Welcome, everybody, to the first episode of the Radioactive Podcast. Now, since this is the first episode, we do need to talk about what we're actually doing here. We're going to have various guests from the Fallout community, not only YouTubers, content creators, but modders as well, and some fun people who just do Fallout-like stuff. Now, for the first episode, I wanted to make sure to have somebody very, very special to my upbringing in the Fallout community, which is why we are having AlChestbreach, an amazing content creator who has been making Fallout content for what seems like forever. And the idea behind this podcast is we're just going to sit here, chit chat, talk about games, talk about Fallout, Bethesda stuff, news, comedy, the occasional weird stories by Pig, and anything else that happens. So, without further ado, I'd like to welcome myself. You all know me as Degenerate Dak on YouTube. If you don't, then why are you watching this? We got Pig, who shows up on the channel very often as he makes pretty interesting, pretty janky mods. And then Al, the beautiful, wonderful AlChestbreach, a veteran of the
Hello.
YouTube scene. How you
Thank you
doing,
for
Al?
having me on the first episode
Yeah,
of Radioactive.
absolutely. I was adamant that you be the very first guest because
That's great.
not only did you get me into the modding scene, unbeknownst to you, but Fallout as a whole,
Oh,
all
awesome.
all the way back in uh, late middle
Er,
school to early high school.
The
My
early tens.
Whenever New Vegas was prominent.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So about when I was
Yeah,
2010
yeah,
ish.
somewhere around there. My buddy had me play New Vegas for the first time, and it didn't quite catch me. That was my first RPG like ever, and
Oh
then
wow.
he showed me one of your videos, and I was like, "Wait, what's a mod?" And
Yep.
then X amount of years later, here we are, and it's been a pretty crazy journey. But I'm sure it's much crazier for you. 6,000 videos deep, doing Fallout for
Yeah.
that long. That's
Just been pumping them out, and I'll keep going. Like I
yeah,
said before we started, as long as people are making mods,
yeah.
I'll play them.
Oh,
Yeah.
one thing I did want to ask right off the bat that I did have written down, and since we're talking about the YouTube thing, you are one of the only people still making New Vegas themed content, which is kind of crazy. Fallout will keep going because obviously there's always going to be a new Fallout, no matter
Right.
how long in between each one there is. But typically, when the new one comes out, the last one dies. But you're still doing New Vegas content, so I'm curious if that's a you thing. Do you actually just enjoy New Vegas that much, or is it more for the viewers? Kind of
It's
how
a
that plays
mix.
into everything.
I think it's for the viewers, but then at the same time, Vegas does it holds a special place, and also I feel very comfortable with it.
Mhm.
Um, like all the mechanics, it's a janky game, and there's some stuff that would be cool to change, but I always get caught up on the Fallout 4 dialogue system
Right.
and how characters walk away, and it's like, yeah, I do genuinely like New Vegas. Fallout 4's combat is better, but I
Yeah.
do genuinely like New Vegas.
And despite my best efforts, there's way less quest mods for 4 than there is New
That's
Vegas.
true.
It's difficult for 4 because uh, I guess just dive into whatever, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, because I mean the Gek. Well, Fallout 4 has different scripting and such. I feel it's more difficult to get into modding for 4. I mean, I could be wrong just because I haven't tried as much, but both of you are deep into the Fallout 4 modding
Yeah.
scene.
My thing is that I didn't do New Vegas at first, so
Mm-hmm.
I just was like, today I'm going to mod Fallout 4, and then I didn't have to relearn anything,
Right,
so it
right.
was just like kind of more
Smart.
straightforward.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's the same true for me. Like I never once actually hopped into the creation kit or messed with it at all in New Vegas. And so this is all I know. And so the idea of New Vegas is just like it's probably the same, but I have no idea. I look
Yeah.
at like Starfield on the horizon and all the modders like getting ready like, oh, the new creation kit engine, and I'm just like I have to relearn everything. And I'm assuming
Right.
that's
Yep.
probably what the switch from New Vegas to 4 was like. I'd have to assume.
Yeah. Basically, you would have to learn
Yeah.
a bunch of new different things. So yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I find that interesting. You're saying too, like you're just so comfortable with the mechanics of New Vegas, and that's very much how I feel with 4. Even though I played New Vegas for so long, when it comes to content creation specifically, the camera working and just knowing all the console commands and everything, it's just like all
Right.
the Bethesda games are so similar, but when you go make a Skyrim video, it's just slightly different. And it's
Yeah.
like you run into new difficulties, and Fallout 4 is just my happy little shell where I know that when I do it, it's gonna work, and if there's a problem, I know how to fix it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So I get that a lot. But yeah, I guess that kind of it trails into something. So New Vegas is your favorite Fallout, I'm assuming?
Um, I've I've gotten the question like, what if I had to stay on an island with a Fallout? Which one would it be? I usually just say Fallout 3 because that was the first Fallout I played, and I, I've played New Vegas so much. Oh, Fallout 3. I played New Vegas so much that I don't know. I guess I'd catch up on my Fallout 3 hours.
That's fair.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd say 3.
3 is your favorite. Okay.
Yeah,
That's interesting. I do remember
I
some
like all of the games. They're all good. I
all
like
of them, all of the
equally.
Pig. I know what you're trying to do, Pig.
Yes,
All the games are
Brotherhood of
good?
Steel.
Oh,
Yeah.
those older ones,
Oh,
the one or two
those
older ones.
is Fallout 2 your favorite game, Pig?
No, it's
No.
not. I
What's
don't like docking Deathclaws. They're weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is a
That's my
mod.
opinion on Fallout 2.
There's a mod for New Vegas. It's a
I
modder's
remember that one.
resource of the Deathclaw, talking Deathclaw, but it's
Oh
just
yeah.
it's like a skeleton and everything. I'm
Mm.
gonna voice it to scare you, Pig.
Do it.
Oh.
I'll do the companion.
Cuddlesworth
Hey.
2.0.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Pig, you got
There's-
anything, bud?
Yeah. What is that?
I know you
I
have
got a
some
list
pressing
here.
questions.
Yes, I got a list here. Yeah, let's start off with you seeing the pictures that leaked from the Fallout TV show?
Yeah.
I have not. I
Oh, really?
saw. I saw. I'm horrible with news. I just
It's-
wait till things are out.
That's the hot button issue. Everybody, all the Fallout content creators are talking about it, except
Oh my
anybody in this call.
Yes.
News is boring.
I've seen the outside of the Super Duper Mart. That's what I've seen. But is that old news? There's new ones.
There's that. There's been leaks of some of the props. Like they had a full set of power armor, and it's very much the Fallout 4 style
okay.
of power armor. You know, the big rig, which is fine.
Right.
Yeah, and it's cool
got
that they're
their
doing it
favorites.
practically too.
Yeah, no, that's true. A lot
Yeah.
of the stuff is practical, which I appreciate a lot in TV. We don't
There was
really.
there was also a vault set that got leaked
Ooh.
that looked like Fallout 4.
Do you have pictures of that?
And I might. I also
Might.
saw there was a leaked picture of like some bags of concrete in a Vault-Tec themed
Bags?
in a Vault-Tec themed
You got it.
Machine?
Struggling with the word. I
It's
love
the
that
thing.
we're at the point where we're so starved for Fallout content that they're like, they have concrete bags, guys.
Yes, no,
the
you don't
Fallout,
understand
the Fallout concrete bags, guys.
Yo. Yeah, that's the vault set picture there, and some other stuff going on. But yeah,
Sadly,
They're just
they got
concrete
concrete bags and wheelbarrows, and on the concrete bags it says Vault 33. Wow,
33.
Wait a
Wow.
minute.
Where's that?
not clearly not in Staten Island where they're filming everything else.
Do,
Go
do, go ahead.
What were you gonna say? Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was
You
gonna
go
say,
ahead.
do we know the location of the potential Fallout show, or is that all?
I'm assuming New York, because why would they film on Staten Island if they're not going to set it in New York? It's not like it's cheaper.
Maybe.
Is it cheaper?
It depends, because I mean, I've seen sets where they'll be filming the location is, let's say, New York, and they film it in LA and then also Toronto. It's just totally depends on where they get.
It's because it's cheaper to film in Toronto.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I mean, who knows if it's set in New York?
It'd be cool.
It would work. I mean,
The Vault 33 makes me think that that's closer, because 34 is in New Vegas area, the Mojave.
yeah, and I was gonna
Where the
ask that
boomers
because
are
I'm not a, as much as I do enjoy the Fallout lore, I'm not a huge buff on everything. The nomenclature and the naming of the vaults, do the numbers actually pertain to location, or is it totally just
Sort of.
Think
The bigger
so.
numbers are on the East Coast, the lower numbers are on the West Coast.
typically?
That's all I know.
But then you
Yeah.
look at like New Vegas, and the gaps between them are interesting. Like in New Vegas alone, we have 22, 34, insert the
Right.
rest of them I don't remember. And it's not
And
linear,
then,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like where's all the in between? Is what I'm
Right.
and
Yeah, it
then
goes 11.
in 76 we have like 51 all the way across the country.
right.
I feel
Right.
like whenever they start making a game, they're like, all right, which ones haven't we used?
Exactly.
Just plug them in there.
Go through the books. We are missing
Yeah.
64 and 83.
Okay.
Mm.
Those are cool.
And then when they
What-
run out of those, they're gonna be like, okay, 82 and a half is like the one that when they started, but they didn't finish it.
Yes.
Ah.
Once they get past like the what are they in? The 100? What's the highest one? 118, 121, I guess.
It's up there. It's in the one something.
Yeah, I think the Bible says the biggest one is 122, but Bible is not technically canon,
Right.
so they can go higher if they want.
Yeah, I mean, they
Interesting.
technically have an infinite amount of numbers.
Yeah.
Unless there is somewhere in the lore that states, no, the last vault ever built was 283. Every Fallout fan knows that. And
Come on, guys.
You already know somebody's typing a paragraph in the comments right now. In
Yes,
future
they're
Harold-
gonna say-
Harold
Yeah,
told you it in the
122.
DLC.
Yeah, you
True,
idiots
yes.
don't know that Fallout number 72. Come on.
You guys don't know where 188 Trading Post is? No,
I do.
I don't.
Do I have to play Fallout 5 and Fallout 75 before I play Fallout 76?
Yes,
No.
Big, you do.
Just read all the terminals.
Oh,
All of them.
I read a terminal once and it told me that the government.
The government what, Pig?
Enclave.
The government
guys.
enclave.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're bad guys.
Ugh.
Grandpa.
That's what it said.
Grandpa.
Oh, back in my day.
We only
back in
had
my
50
day.
volts.
Back in your day.
Oh, back in my day, you didn't see a vault go up higher than 30.
Well, Fallout 1 is Vault 13, right?
Yes,
Do we-
13, 15, I think 1.
Okay, I was gonna
One
ask, do
is-
we have a canon Vault 1 in any of the games?
I think that might be where the master is, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Or like, was that 0?
No,
I definitely
Zero
played
was
all
in
the
tactics.
Fallouts.
That's
0 was in
Yes.
tactics. Vault 1 says Van
Including pinball?
Buren.
Oh,
Van Buren, yes.
I
Van Buren's
see.
cool. I like the lore. Except the lore I don't like.
too bad it's
But I
not
like the lore.
real.
That's my opinion on all of Fallout.
Yeah, you
I
like it
like
except
the
for the
lore,
parts I
except
don't
for the-
like.
I don't like, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
Yes. So, TV show is cool. That's neat.
Yeah,
Well,
it,
I'm looking
good.
forward to that. Yeah, did they have a release date or they're just filming?
They're just filming.
I don't even think there was
Amazon.
an announcement, was there? Like people found out because of the leaks.
Right, the leaks,
No,
yeah. So.
they had something. They had something going on like last year. Like we're gonna make a TV show with Amazon, and it was like a 2-second clip of like a TV, and I'm like,
Oh.
wow, that's cool. And then we saw some pictures now.
It's like
I'm
the
like,
Halo
wow.
leaks. Okay.
And then one
Oh.
of the actors was just like, I'm in the show, and I'm like, wow.
I don't know. I'm so burned off of the Halo TV show, and I don't mean the one that actually came out. I mean like the 10 years of we're gonna make a Halo movie or we're gonna make a Halo TV show just for it to get
Right.
canned 30 minutes later. And I'm just like, Fallout TV show? Okay, when I see it. But
Yeah,
also now
Yeah.
we're in the era of these TV shows for video games actually coming out and then being typically hot garbage. Typically.
Yeah.
And so
yeah.
I know a lot, like even in the Discord, people were getting upset with me, like, you're being so pessimistic. The show's not even out yet. And it's like, yeah, but we've just been through it so many times. Like, it's hard to
Yeah.
be excited at this point.
I
Um,
know. Yeah, I know. Al and I are more optimistic about things that come out.
I'm optimistic, but I also don't get my hopes up about
Yeah.
things.
And I think that's more where I'm coming from, but it, Discord, you don't have the vocals from it. You'd be like, you're
Right.
just being an ass. It's just like, no, I'm
Well,
just
yeah,
worried.
and
I'm just worried they're gonna hurt my franchise I love so much.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. I do have some higher hopes for this one than I do for like the Halo show where
the
And-
Westworld people are working on.
oh really? I didn't know that. That's actually really
West-
promising.
Yeah.
The thing with like the
Westworld.
Halo show is the people making it had no ties to the lore and they literally just looked at the source material for 2 seconds and said, yeah, I don't like that, and then made their own thing.
Yep.
And it was just like, no.
For better and for worse, Todd is overseeing.
That's
writing
yeah.
the show.
I would assume for better.
Yeah. Some people may say for worse because
Yeah.
But
yeah.
at least there's someone there who kind of knows what's going
Yeah,
on.
at least they have a
Right.
direct line to the source material. So
Instead of just making up their own stuff.
yeah, it sets them up for the best possible outcome. But
It's a good guide to have Todd, I would say.
yeah. hopefully it all ends up good.
Yeah.
I mean, like a Fallout TV show, regardless of who's making it, if it's good, that would be a great thing to have, especially since the next Fallout is potentially 10 years or longer away.
Right, yeah.
Which
Some more interest in the series might
Yeah.
put some more money towards it or something.
Also true, yeah, and maybe even rush it along further. If the TV show does well, maybe that's their litmus test for, hey, people are really into Fallout still, which I don't know why they need a TV show to prove that. The amount of people who are saying, take my money and make a new Fallout
every day.
Like, Bethesda doesn't realize how much money they'd make if they just remastered New Vegas. It wouldn't be much effort, and they would just make a killing.
If they did it right, yeah. If they didn't do a Rockstar,
Yeah.
they just they would make that. Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
if you swivel your character, you grow in size.
Yeah. All of the visual jokes were
everything's just smoothed.
Yeah, they just put a high poly mask on everything, and it's just
power armor.
I upscaled this logo,
it just looks like
and when you
Play-Doh.
get close up to it, you can see it's rough around the edges.
The
but
rough.
You can't here. Yeah,
No.
but I made this in GIMP.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
A real life GIMP creation.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
the GIMP
For
artist.
those of you who don't know, GIMP is a open source or free like Photoshop.
Something, yeah. It's like Paint.
Alternative.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's
you're,
good. It's good stuff.
You're off of paint.net then, Pig?
No, I still use it because it's got good DDS support.
Ooh.
I
Oh,
also
the
have
DDS.
We need to hook you up
That's
with
right.
Photoshop. It has a good DDS
I have
plugin.
Photoshop.
You do?
I have Photoshop and the DDS plugin. I'm just too lazy to use it.
Oh my
The master of all trades.
Yes.
I actually use different Photoshops and other editing softwares for each texture.
Ooh.
So you get a really unique look.
Mhm,
Interesting.
mhm, mhm.
No, I don't. I'm making fun of Pig.
Yes. No, I got Substance. I got Paint.net. I got Photoshop, and I got GIMP. I got all the things.
Hey, if it works.
And I got a purple dog that Al didn't UV map.
Yes.
I do like the dog.
Thank you. I'm. You know how long that would take for me to UV map, dude? That would take forever. It'd be horrible.
Pig sent me a PNG of the dog and just said, "Look at this," and I said, "What the hell is that?" He's like, "Al made it," and I was like, "Oh, good,
Okay."
That's good." And then the next time I see it on stream, it's just an untextured mess gliding around on the floor. Oh, it's the best.
It works.
I may make one of our viewers is named Bready Loaf, and they always ask for a bread companion. So I may make a model of a piece of bread and actually UV map that one.
You should
and texture it.
Absolutely UV map the dogism. I think.
Well, all right, we'll once my skills get better, or when I'm not bored.
There's just a button on Blender that does it for you. Just you click, and then it's just poof. It does the whole thing.
Yeah,
so
really.
Behind.
Blender's insane now.
College education, 3D modeling education that you.
Yeah,
got.
my education, my outdated education from 2009, 2010 Maya.
Oh,
all outdated.
Did you finish? Did you get the?
Yeah, I finished.
Oh, props to you. I didn't.
Yeah. Well, it's not for everyone, and
I
living that life.
Yeah, no, I ended up getting 2 jobs, and it was like, well, I could do 2 jobs and go to school and want to die, or I could just keep making money at the 2 jobs, and so I picked that.
Yeah,
nice.
I haven't gone back to school yet. I'm a little baby man.
I think we're getting to the point now to get off of Fallout that I think education is
about societal issues.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk about politics.
What?
No, I think we're at the point now that I think college education and education as a whole is just becoming less and less important, and more people are finding that people with actual skills tend to matter a bit more, which I'm really happy to see that kind of a turnaround, because you see so many people get degrees and then it's just like, all right, I've got my degree and nobody will hire me because I don't have any work experience, and it's like,
Yep, work experience and then knowing people and connections and all that.
More than anything, it's just connections. Like, oh my god, the amount of jobs I've gotten just because, like, hey, I know them, and they're like, yeah,
hey, we're looking for someone.
Yeah, no. When I got my job, it was just a family friend, and she was like, "Oh, I didn't need to bring you in for an interview. It's just a formality. I was gonna hire you anyways." I'm like, "Wow, that's great. Thanks."
I've had 2 jobs where I went in and was hired during the interview, and I was like, this is not normal. Like, literally, I had a position where I got an interview, or I got 3 interviews in the same day for the same like company but different positions. Excuse the camera being crazy. And I went in for the first interview and I had 2 more after that, so I was gonna have to like go home, then come back, go home, and then come back throughout the day. And on the first one, they were just like, pick of the 3, it's yours. And I was just like, oh, cool. I don't have to do the other interviews. Thank God. Like,
nice, yeah.
Yeah.
One instead of 3 interviews. Yeah,
Well,
3 interviews.
It was weird because the job was the same, but they're all like slightly different. People on the Discord know I used to work in education. I was a teacher, but it was like teaching different stuff. And they interviewed me for the one position. All the questions and everything was surrounding that first position. And then they said, "Okay, we like you. We want you. Pick of the 3." And I was like, "Well, I don't know anything about the other 2 because you only interviewed me for the one."
Right.
So I guess I'll take this one. And it ended up working out all right. But yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you used to work special ed.
I did.
That's why you're so good at dealing with me.
Oh, yeah. I have a lot of patience, except when I don't.
Yes.
The patience.
Yeah, and then YouTube kicked in and said, "Hey, imagine if you could make more money than you're making now by playing video games." And I said, "Okay, if you say so."
I'll do that.
When you get an email from Google, you kind of just say, "Okay."
If you're gonna pull my arm, Google.
If you're gonna if you're gonna force my hand, then I suppose I could take you up on that offer.
I guess I could play some video games. I guess.
Talking on the YouTube thing, how has the YouTube thing been going for you? You've been doing this for coming on, I don't know the actual number.
12. Because I started November 2010 is when I started, I think.
I've been doing it for far less, and I don't even remember when I started. So congrats on remembering that.
Well, it was November 2010 because I just graduated, and I saved up for a computer. Because like all through college, I had consoles, but freshman and sophomore year, I didn't play any video games. Not that I did better at school, but I just didn't play video games for those 2 years.
I get that. I get you.
Yeah. And then 2010, I got that computer, and I was like, I can record stuff now and play it. It's none of my computers before I could do anything.
Yeah.
So then I just started doing it, and
it's just been going great ever since.
Yeah. I think the first 3 or 4 years, there was no pay.
Yeah.
So it was like the early years, plus I didn't have enough views or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 2013, I think, is when they sent me the email. They were like, "Hey."
The glorious Google email. Was it, or what? It wasn't even Google at that time, was it?
No, I guess it would have just been YouTube.
Yeah, because Google bought them out in the last few years.
Right.
I think you're getting old, actually.
I've been old.
It's weird, like, because you'd look exactly the same. Like, honestly, you haven't aged.
Yeah, I got the good genes.
It's true.
And then when I get too old, I can shave my facial hair and I'll look younger again.
Yeah.
So
I'm blessed with looking like I'm 40 at times, and I'm in my 20s. So that's
a curse and a blessing.
In some ways, and in others, yeah. And when I was just getting out of high school, and you're talking to older girls, and they're like, "Hey," it's like, "I'm a felony. You don't want this.
You'll go to jail."
Yeah. Versus now, where it's like, I'm 20 and I have or not 20, but I'm 25 and I have a bad back. This is great.
Right.
I have to buy special desks and beds, or else I'm in constant pain.
Fun of aging.
Oh, they don't tell you how rough it is.
Watch out, pig! It's coming for you.
Oh yeah, you're next. It's
because
it's coming.
I'm baby. I'm only 19.
Stretch.
And it's crazy to think Al's been around like half of my childhood, and now I'm an adult. Every time like I see someone on a comment or on the stream say, "I used to watch you since I was 12," and I think the next message is going to be, "No, I'm 13."
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so surprising when you get like I was 8.
Yeah, I was gonna say
usually
last night or the night before on stream, you had somebody who was like, "I remember I've been watching you for 10 years, and I don't know, like, or however long it was," and they said I started watching when I was 8, and I was like, "You should not be watching Al's content when you're 8."
Especially the early years, because I would curse a lot more.
Jameson.
Yeah, no Jamesons.
No Jamesons.
Oh, you should. I don't know if he does. I don't know if he does still voice acting. You could reach out to Jameson.
Oh, really?
Find Jameson.
If I could find him, I would. Yeah.
Pig, absolutely.
video
I
years
have
ago, I
the
think.
clip. Yes, it was the original version of the deterrent.
We
Oh my god, that's amazing.
we had an idea
Yeah.
for the bit because typically my content it's a little more professional and edited when I do it, but this is supposed to be a little
Nice,
more
nice.
lax, a little more hanging out, cursing's fine, who cares, whatever. But we were gonna do it so that Pig and I, when we curse, it's fine, but when you curse, it would have the Jameson pop up. And I figured I don't like at this point the podcast is in its baby stages, and we don't know how well it's even gonna do or if people are gonna watch it. But
It will.
at the beginning, I assume it's gonna be mostly my viewers. Hopefully, I'll tell them. Look,
I'll tell them. I'll tell my
yeah,
viewers.
yeah, tell them, hey,
Yeah, come on
I'll
over.
make
only
it
watch
over
the
in
first
AlChestbreach
episode because it's the
tomorrow.
only one I'm in.
You can watch the other. Yeah, just.
Which is another reason I was adamant about having you on the first one.
Yes.
If it's the only one I do, as long as it's with you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But no, with the Jameson bit, if it was just my people watching, they'd be like, "What the fuck is happening?
What is going on?"
At timestamp 013, they said Jameson. Was that an audio bug? That's what people comment constantly. Somebody told me yesterday that
Yes.
I had bad anti-aliasing in my video. I was like, "What are you talking?" I was
Anti-aliasing.
like, "What are you on about?"
How would they see it?
And I quote, "My eyes hurt. You're making me blind." I was like, "Cool. How do I make it more?"
Oh my god.
No, every time someone in your Discord is like, I don't know who Al is. What are you talking about? I'm like,
Oh, it
I'm
makes
gonna
me angry.
ban you.
Yeah, no,
I'm
you're
gonna-
gone. Because
Understandable.
it's weird now. See, like, it gets weirder every day. Like, there's a guy in my D&D group who acts and looks like everybody else in my friend group, and we come to find out the dude's like 19, and it's just like, you were born after 9/11.
Right.
That's
yeah.
just, and you're you're a functioning adult.
This
This doesn't. Oh yeah, you're one of them, aren't you?
Yeah, 2002.
Oh my god, that's so crazy to me. I'm right on the cusp of not being in the 2000s. Luckily, it's just the aging is weird.
You're all, oh, boomer. Ooh.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of oh my god, you were born before
Blank, yeah.
so and so.
Yeah, and then Al's got a good at least at most 10
I gotta
on
watch.
me.
Yeah.
At most.
There's like calculations in my head.
You're doing the math is popping up on the
It's just like, and he's just, his face physically wrinkles up and ages.
Oh, dude, I've got crow's feet, man. It's just like,
It's because all the stress, man.
it's because I don't sleep.
I always
Yeah.
have crow's feet, but I don't know why.
I call them laugh wrinkles.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. It's because I'm such a happy guy.
In middle school, because I always have them. You can't see it because my webcam's horrible. But even in middle school, I had them, and like I would always have it. Like you would always see
Right.
me with them. But one day, my friend was like, "You get punched in the eye?" I was like, "No, this is what my face looks
No,
like."
when I was in school too, I would have my eyes would be strained and bright red. I'd have deep bags and they'd be dark because I stayed up all night playing video games because I'm a kid in the
Right.
2000s, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what we do. But I also just have really sensitive eyes. So I could have a party the night before where all my friends would hang out, we'll do like Halo on console or whatever. And we go to school the next day, they all look fine. Meanwhile, I look like I've been doing drugs this entire time.
What happened to Dak?
What do yeah, and what was really funny is up until that was gonna come off really bad. I was gonna say up until recently I didn't do drugs. That's not what I meant to say.
The jet will make you jittery.
No, I when up until like I was 22, I never drank. I never even tried pot. Nothing. It was I was straight edge. I was like, I'm too good for that. I don't need extra help to have fun, you know. And now I've loosened up because back then I used to even be like, oh, my friend just started smoking pot. Well, you're not my friend anymore. And it's just like,
Oh, you would
because I had an upbringing. I was surrounded by adults who were all potheads and beyond,
Right.
further than that even. And they were all terrible influences. And I luckily had the turnaround where I looked at that and said, hey, I don't want that. And so
that's understandable
and,
that you have
know,
that view.
yeah, in that
on
experience,
other
it's
people.
like, oh, it's bad. Was my tunnel vision mind was, that's bad. And so when people around me would start doing stuff, it was like, okay, I don't like this. Then around college, you find out that every friend you've ever had has been smoking pot since high school, and you're like, I have to adapt and not be.
You've all been doing it.
Yeah, like all of you this whole time, and you didn't tell me.
I didn't drink till I was 21. I didn't smoke till I was like 28.
Oh yeah,
So I
you
was
did better than me.
also I only smoked because my friends started to, and they would always do it because
Right.
I mean, and it does become a social thing.
At the
Also, it was
100%.
so. Just a heads up, kids. Pig, be
Actually,
careful. Count your
I'm
drinks
not,
if you're gonna drink.
I'm not old enough. Did you know I live in Wisconsin? Did you know that Wisconsin is the only state with more bars than grocery stores?
Ooh, I do now.
Did you know that in California the grocery stores are the bars?
Oh wow.
You can
You
I'm
can
assuming
sit
it's the
down?
case in no. Well,
Oh,
yes, but they wouldn't like it. Um,
okay.
I'm assuming it. I always assumed it was the case in every state, and I'm sure people will be quick to
Well,
correct me.
yeah.
But I remember somebody being surprised that grocery stores serve liquor here. They were like, "What?"
Oh, oh, yeah. We
Yeah,
got
some
some people
states.
from different places come here, and half of our grocery stores are just booze stores. It's
Yeah.
like you walk in and you're like, oh, this is the wrong side of the store. I should go there to
Well,
get the
I
bread,
need the
not.
vegetables.
yeah, and here it's like there's not a lot of liquor stores because you can just go buy it at the grocery store.
Right.
Yeah.
There are a couple like devoted stores where it's like this is where you get fancy booze, but that's it.
Besides that, it's usually
Hard to
just
find. I've been hunting down an apple schnapps that's just not for sale anywhere. Oh, it's
Ooh.
so good. It's so good, and I can't find it. They sold it at a place in my town, and then they stopped. They still carried the brand, but not the flavor.
But
And
that one particular flavor.
yeah, all they have now
Apple's
is
always good.
yeah. It's like sour. It was literally like a sour apple Jolly Rancher. So it's just candy.
Oh,
It's so good.
delicious.
Yeah, I live in the middle of nowhere, so I gotta drive like hour 45 minutes to get to a Chick-fil-A, but I drive like 10 minutes any direction. Bar.
Or just
Oh yeah, yeah. Just like on the dirt road.
be like, could
Oh
you make
yeah,
me a
actually,
chicken sandwich?
Smokey's
no,
Bar
they
and Grill.
do. Bar food's great.
Yeah, actually, that is true. Bar food
That's true.
is
If you do
very
get
good.
if you get a good bar.
Because typically they'll give you something nice and greasy to soak up the
Yes,
liquor.
100%.
So you get some onion rings, some burgers.
Ooh.
Oh,
I used to get zingers at Texas was it no, not Texas Roadhouse. Some chain restaurant. When we would get drunk, we'd get zingers. I'm
you're gonna
just
have
thinking
to.
about
You're
food
gonna have
now.
to. No, that's every conversation just slowly divulges. That's why we ended up making a food section of the Discord.
Ooh.
Yes.
Zingers. You're gonna have to help
Just
my West Coast dialect.
Chicken fingers.
Oh, okay.
Dipped in sauce with a fancy name.
Yeah.
Chicken
It's-
tenders, basically.
We in my personal Discord with all my like local friends, we have a constant argument because we have people from Cali and Oregon and some of the surrounding states, and there is a hot debate over what you call a potato wedge, as in you cut the potato into a wedge and you fry it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yummy. And most places
wedge,
they just call it potato wedge,
Yeah.
but colloquially some places call it a mojo.
A mojo.
I've heard that too.
Some people call it a JoJo, which is new to me.
I've also heard
which
that,
is
yeah.
hilarious because Powerpuff.
Yeah.
And then I think there were a couple other names, but our buddy in Oregon, we got into a shouting match. Like, no, that's not right, because they're so similar that when you hear them in a vacuum and you've like I've known them as mojos my entire life, and then
Right.
you go into this call with this guy from one state over, and he says, "Yeah, you like JoJo's," and I'm like, what did you just say to me? You mean mojo? He's like, no, I do not mean mojo.
How dare you?
How
It's like
dare you?
It's like how everyone on the East Coast has a different word for submarine sandwich. The grinders and
My favorite is grinder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Grinder.
Which is not for where I'm at all. You just call it a sub.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just sub for me.
Yeah, but
Sub and potato wedges.
the boring stuff.
Yeah, you just have the normal.
Which is funny because you're on East Coast, so you should have all the fun ones. You got zingers.
Soda.
Yeah, you don't say
So-
pop.
No, we don't say pop.
That's good. I have a friend who says pop, and that's not a thing here. And so he's
I say soda
weird.
pops.
You say sody pops?
Sody pops?
Yeah, I like the soda pop.
But- But do people around your area call it sody pop, or is that just you?
No comment.
Okay.
Okay.
I chose it. It was my word.
Yeah.
It's my
But
choice.
The thing is, with people
Sody
who
pop
say
is my
soda and
choice.
people who say pop, we can all agree. The people who say Coke are stupid.
I don't know. Sometimes. Wait, when they just say Coke, like for a general soda?
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
what he's saying.
Yeah. Down
Oh,
south
Coke.
they say that.
Oh, Coke Pepsi soda.
Yeah, I mean,
Put them all together.
I think that when you do that, you're asking for whatever the cola is that they have, because that's a
Yes.
you're basically saying, give me a Coke or a Pepsi. Typically,
Yeah.
unless a restaurant is serving
Both.
or neither. I can't think of like what other brand is there.
There's
they
like
make their own
Ooh, I would not drink
Ooh.
that.
self-made Coca-Cola.
Actually, we're in Wisconsin, we've got craft fire brewed soda pops.
Sody
Sprinkler.
pops.
Fire
They're
brewed.
pretty good.
Fire brewed.
I
Yeah.
get them at the farm store.
The farm store.
Is it
Mhm.
a grocery store, or it's a
No.
store that's in a farm?
It's a store that sells
No.
farms.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd like to stop by then.
I'll take 8 farms,
No,
please.
It's like you get like it's kind of like a mix of like a Home Depot, and also like you get your seeds there, and also you get a bunch
Okay.
of other stuff.
Yeah, I'm
awesome.
I'm actually being a
And you get
turd.
trail mix and sodas and whatever. Yeah.
I'm being a turd because I know exactly what you're talking about. Because while I am in Cali, I'm in rural area. Like
Okay.
it is
Yeah.
farms and
there's trees out there
I
out
can
that
walk
window.
15 minutes and see forests. Like,
Nice.
yeah. So I do know what you're on about. Actually some of our bigger department stores like Home Depots and Sportsman's warehouses and things like that actually have built-in like feed sections and stuff, which I don't know if is normal or not. But
Yeah.
You want a tractor?
We've got the farm in Fleet. We got Fleet Farm, and we got Menards.
Menards, not Menards.
What's the one
That's Menards? Menards is actually a pretty big chain. It's
Really?
all over the country.
Never heard of it.
Except where you two, yeah.
Except where we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all in
everywhere
this part.
that there's no. Yeah, they're all like
in the middle.
In the
In the middle.
center, yes.
If you
like,
took
in Oklahoma,
if America was a sandwich, they are the meat and the veggies. That's what you're saying. I got you. Of course.
We're the bread.
A second ago.
We're
the bread, Al.
toast.
Me and you were the bread. A second ago we were talking about making our own cola. I remember a while back, Al, you did the
yes,
the cookbook. I've had that cookbook for a while, but I have yet to actually like try any of it. How was the Nuka-Cola?
The Nuka-Cola wasn't good because we used teriyaki juice in it, and that's disgusting.
Was it supposed to? Did it ask for that?
No, it was supposed to be like
I don't remember that.
Some sweet juice. It was supposed to be some type of sauce, and the one we got had that taste in it. So the Coke wasn't great, or the my words are coming out. I said Coke instead of my soda. The Nuka-Cola came out as I did it. My Nuka-Cola came out okay, but the blue one was
Quantum.
The Quantum was delicious.
Really?
How long have you been playing Fallout? You can't remember.
Whatever it is, you know.
Yeah. You know, the one with the vault guy.
Yes, the vault man. Thumbs vault.
Yeah, the Pip-Boy guy.
Yeah, Bunker Dude. I like Bunker Dude.
Yeah, blonde man.
I do actually hate it when people call him Pip-Boy. Like, come on.
Oh no, the worst one is Fallout Boy. People call him that.
Oh God.
Yeah, and you're just like, no, it's a band.
Well, then you have to sing a Fallout song.
It's just a bad band.
I don't know any of them.
I don't.
Just like, we're going down. And then
is that them?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
We're going down. Let us know.
I specifically listen to music that was made before I was born, so I don't know that at all.
Well, that's not hard to do.
Kenny Rogers.
Yeah, most music was released before I was born.
Yeah, most music. I mean, you're technically not wrong.
Yes,
you do have thousands of years of music.
There's like 100 years. Yeah.
I like when they bang the two rocks together. That's my favorite kind. Al knows.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes. He was there when they wrote it.
You too. Yeah, you too.
You wouldn't believe how much my back hurts.
I'm from the pan flute time.
Ooh,
yeah. Right in the middle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Are you playing any games right now, Al? Aside from the streams and the
let me check.
You have to check.
I
Played the Stray recently.
I think if you played a
Ooh.
game, you'd know.
Freeman Guerrilla Warfare. It's a janky game.
I remember you did this.
The developers want to remake it, but it's been in dev hell for a while.
Yeah.
Basically, it's what's that night game? Pig, you probably know it.
Crusader Kings?
Crusader Kings. It's basically Crusader Kings, but in the modern world. So like you'll
Oh.
attack a city,
I like
and
how
then
you
you'll
just
go in
assumed I know it.
first person.
I don't even.
Well, you got it.
I have some friends that would probably like that a lot. They're really into Crusader Kings, so
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's like Crusader Kings. It might be like that, but either way, it's a interesting janky game that's been out for a while.
Yeah. A lot of
Um,
my friends are into RTSs, but my brain's too small. Actually, it's just kept up with 10,000 Fallout facts that I don't need to.
it's my attention span. We've tried Civ so many times, and I just cannot.
I always have to cheat on those though. Like even Freeman, I cheat because like I'm just gonna die over and over. I don't know how to
Yeah.
grow food in those games or anything.
We get into that cycle right now. My friend group is doing The Forest again. So that's
Oh, okay.
always a lot of fun with co-op, and we have some buddies who had never played it. So we were like, "Hey, there's a Steam sale for like survival games right now. Everything's like $5." So we were like, "Go get it!"
Yeah.
And we all played it. And now we're at the point where it's like, okay, we set up 8 billion long walls, and the little counts at the bottom, and it says you need 664 trees chopped down, and it's just like, you guys want to get the cheat menu,
Right.
so we can get
Yeah.
this done, and then all of a sudden the game's ruined because now it's not fun anymore. It's just an endless cycle, and then next year we'll do it again.
Yep.
It's forever and ever and ever. I've been trying to break those cycles where I feel like every year I do the same stuff in some capacity, and it's even more so now with like I don't even get to play Fallout for fun. It's just
Yeah. You just I hear you.
yeah.
Even with me, I've never just like casually loaded up Fallout 4 and just ran around and shot things anymore because I'm like, no, I gotta make sure the balance is good and I gotta make sure my characters have the right
Right.
lines. There's no typos.
When's the last time, Al, that you think you've played Fallout for you,
Um,
not on camera?
I mean, I did honestly when Sim Settlements. This will be like an actual like a behind the scenes
Insider info.
insider info.
Mm.
I did play when Sim Settlements 2 when I was doing my playthrough of that. I did play a few hours, not recording, just like building towns and stuff.
Yeah.
Just because Sim Settlements 2 has so many like you place a plot and then it'll randomly do stuff.
Mhm.
And there's so many add-on mods now that it's like a surprise basically.
Yeah.
You get like a random building you downloaded. So yeah, I guess 6 months ago, and then before that, years.
Yeah, literally.
So Sim Settlements was a very good mod. And besides that, I don't play it for fun.
Did you
Yeah.
end up finishing SS2?
I finished the main storyline. There's a bajillion side
Yeah.
quests. And
Yeah, no,
then
there's so much stuff that he hasn't. Like my buddy Ben, who's like my main VA guy, he did a bunch of characters for my stuff. You haven't run into a single character he voiced.
really,
He voiced like 5 characters in that.
there's so much content. It's insane. And they're working on chapter 3. Like the team is like insane. It's like their actual job.
It hurts me because their content is legitimately so good. Like they make some of the best mods that are on the Nexus right now, especially in regards to questing, because that's so non-existent in the Fallout 4 modding scene, aside from Pig over here.
I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. And
Hey,
you're doing
good
great
stuff. You did good stuff.
I try.
You're doing good
So
stuff.
it's a hard balancing act because I'm like, lore friendly is fun, but also stupid goofy stuff is fun. So which do I want to put the most effort into?
Stupid goofy can be lore friendly in Fallout. That's the
It's
fun
true.
Yeah, just
It's
not too
true.
much of it.
Oh, somebody's
Yes.
coming by for a surprise visit. Deuce,
It's
come here,
Surprise!
bud. Come here. Are you even gonna make it onto the camera? Come here, bud. Oh, he's. What are you?
Oh, sleepy baby.
What are you doing to me?
Oh,
Why you make me get on the camera?
saw those eyes real quick.
He's not happy. He's so tired.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, I'll let you be.
We saw the eyes. We saw the eyes.
Hey, you sleepy?
This is wonderful.
What if I gave you a treat? Oh, he yawned. Okay, good boy. He'll get around to it. But But no, SS2, so good, and it hurts me because I never finished chapter 2 because
I mean, it's
I ran into a big
Nobody
so
wants to
bug.
watch
long.
playthrough content on your channel.
Do what?
Nobody wants to watch playthrough content on your
Oh,
channel.
they like Sim Settlements too. They were pissed that I stopped it because I ran into a
Oh.
game-breaking bug because it was just like, I don't know if it was script lag or I set aside a separate load order with nothing on it.
You
And
screwed it up.
was it me?
Yeah, you messed it up.
What did I do, Pig?
Oh,
All right.
no,
I
you
appreciate
did it.
You did it.
I don't know. There was some bug where Jake just refused to talk to me. And I had already had a few things like that happen trying to do some summons too. And I troubleshooted him every time. And in this last one, it's just like he would not. Like, he
Would
was
not
just
talk
like,
at all.
said, hey, talk to me for the next quest. And I was like, okay. And he just looks at me. He's like, and I'm
Yeah,
just like, all right, Jake,
Yeah.
you're really
Son of
helping
a
me out
bitch.
here.
on my end of things, whenever I get a comment like, it didn't work like this, I'm like, it worked for everybody else.
Right,
So I
yeah.
don't know what to tell you.
It's
Oh,
And
yeah.
then people are like, you're rude and mean. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry.
At this point, I almost never blame mod authors for any bugs I have because it's just like, it's probably me, especially if I go on there and there's not a single bug report listed that's anything like
Right.
what I'm experiencing. Like, somebody made a little armor pack. It was so simple. There's no reason it would cause bugs, but when I downloaded it, I got a CTD as soon as I launched the game, and it's just like, why? You know? And like,
right, yeah.
and
Why
it's like,
my game?
why my game no worky? Yeah. And why 4R broken? But I go on and there's not a single person that says that it crashed the desktop. So they ended up reaching
Right.
out to me. They're like, hey, it would be really cool if this is in Mods Weekly. And I was like, I was actually going to put it in there because it was a really cool mod, but I cannot get it working. And then they messaged me like just a week ago, like, hey, I think I patched it. And I'm like, I hope so. Because like, don't make a patch for me. It's probably me.
Yeah, I always like to release my quest mods on a Monday, so that means I have most of the week to patch it before Al is like, time to
Right,
put a mod,
yeah.
and it doesn't work.
That's a good idea.
I mean,
Because I have had experience.
You had to
with
do that
stuff
for
not
me,
working.
didn't you? You sent me something, and it was my game. Like, it wasn't a bug with your mod. There
Yeah,
was something with my game where it's just like it would not.
yeah.
I think it was the Halloween mod.
Yeah, that one I got working, and then I'm like, I don't want to keep this up anymore because drama.
Oh, did
I'm
you
not
take it
gonna
down?
get into. I took it down, yeah.
Oh, that was a good one.
That and my first one I took down because drama I don't want to get into.
No drama.
I took my first mod down because it was garbage.
Was that
The patch, the leveled list
yeah,
patch? It might be back up. I
leveled
take it
patch
down
in
and
the
bring it
armor.
back up because I'll take it down because it was from a video I did when I just started out and it was before I knew how to do stuff in the creation kit. And so I was like,
Right.
I'm gonna try. And so I did, and it worked in my game. So I was like, it works. And then the bug reports come in, and I was like, I don't know what to do.
I
And
don't
so
have
I
an answer.
took it down because I didn't know how to fix it. And then people said, I'll go to the video from 8, or at this point now, almost 2 years ago, and they say, where's the patch? You have it linked, but it's not there. And then it's like, I'll pull it up for you, but it's going to break. I don't even know if it's up anymore.
I remember seeing it once.
So, for the most part, Al, you're just kind of, I mean, and this is probably the case for most people who do YouTube, Twitch, and such. You're not playing a ton of games in your free time, I'm assuming.
Not really. I mean, back when I first started, I probably played a bunch, but yeah, not so much anymore. I do Blender stuff on and off. It's like my hobbies, quote unquote. I'm like looking around my room to see other things I do.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's just the thing too with getting older. Like, I always thought I'm never gonna grow out of video games. When I was younger, you know, you watch people like Achievement Hunter, and it's like these guys are 50 and they're playing video games. That's gonna be me. And then now, eventually, you just want to do other stuff.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
I still love playing video games, but sometimes you just want to do something.
Exactly. And when a new game comes out, like I'll play it, but I'm not like loading up oldies.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if there were any games on the horizon that are coming out that you're excited for.
Saints Row. The newest one is on my calendar, so unless that gets pushed back, that's the next one I'll be playing for my own personal, and I'll probably record a video.
Yeah, you have a little bit more variety than I do in regards to content, so I'm sure I saw you did like Far Cry 5 when it came out. Or 6. Both.
I think I probably did both.
Yeah.
When a game comes out that I like,
Yeah.
I'll usually record just a little bit of it.
I,
Yeah, Dead by Daylight, the newest one, I recorded some of that.
I do notice, and I'm sure that you do too, that you have fans who just whatever you play, they're gonna be there because they love you.
Yes,
And
I have some
that's
very, very loyal fans
dedicated.
I can always count on
'cause-
them to get me
yeah.
above
That's
We
great.
the
enjoy
1,000
it.
mark.
We enjoy your content.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's always gonna be goofy and fun because you're playing it.
It's just me just hanging out and having a good time.
Yeah, it's crazy. You could just literally be like, I feel like playing this today. But also, I could just press that button and now it makes revenue.
Ooh.
Ooh. But
You also it is it is also kind of a weird thing being a YouTuber because then like you do think about that all the time. Like
yeah,
if you are playing, it's like, should I make content?
Mhm.
And like it gets into that area, or should I enjoy it?
yeah. I've been trying to save more games for myself lately because it's like
Mhm.
in the early days, the pre 100 subs days, it was like I was just the way I got started in YouTube was I was working 2 jobs for the school district and it was
Right.
summer and then COVID hit. And so it was just
Okay.
like, okay, there's nothing for me to do. And I had this computer and I was like, I'm going to just like record the fun stuff that me and my friends are doing. And that's what all the old videos are, was anything.
Okay.
Halo, Destiny, whatever we were playing was what was going up. And then we tried some sort of modding content of like my friend and I played a modded DayZ server. And then all of a sudden, I did my first Fallout video, and it goes poof, and it gets a bunch of views. And I'm like, "What if I did that again?"
Yeah.
And then it
I
began.
hit that button again.
I was like, "My favorite game, and people want to watch that?
Okay.
What? I get to do things I like? That's crazy." And then it goes from there. And at this point, I've tried branching out here and there, but people on my viewer base seem to just want Fallout. Like they're here for the most part for Fallout, and even trying things like similar, like Skyrim, they're just like, no, I want Fallout.
Yeah, it is because you can get, where it's just one particular game. And I mean, my channel, I would say I'm less professional. I'm very laid back with my YouTubeage. But like when I do play a miscellaneous game, it definitely will get less views. But yeah, I do know what you mean with people playing or only wanting to watch a particular game. Even my YouTuber friend, Zero Period Productions, he only does Skyrim.
Yeah,
He only does Skyrim, so like
I'm familiar.
yeah, when he tries to do something else, or I think he used to do miscellaneous stuff more often, and people would be like, yeah, "No, man, just play Skyrim."
It's interesting because I don't know how much of it is the people watching versus the algorithm pushing your own content, because sometimes even that is just like, this is not what you normally upload. We don't know if it's safe to put out, and so sometimes YouTube pulls it back, and people will tell me like, "Hey, we didn't get a notification for that," and I'm like,
right,
sorry, like
YouTube did it.
Yeah, YouTube sometimes is mean to me.
Al, your most popular video is GTA 5.
It is.
That is true. Yeah, that is a random weird thing. Maybe I should do more GTA, even though it's been like 6 years.
You'd probably get like a huge resurgence. People would be like, Grand Theft Auto, because that game is still kicking on the YouTube scene.
It's huge.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's crazy because I was seeing a video and they got sponsored by the server they were playing on.
Yeah, the servers will reach out. There's so many servers, like the role play servers and stuff.
Yeah, that's the big one right now, is the RP stuff, and it's surprising how big of a following that has. Like, I've got friends who are like, we're in a nerdy group of friends that we play D&D on the weekends and whatever, but they try to act like, I'm not a nerd.
Not that nerdy.
But they're like way into GTA RP, and I'm just like, that is not my thing, but you get it, man. That's cool.
I'd like to do some more of that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fun. Yeah, I've got some buddies who are really into it.
So you don't have to deal with those crazy flying motorcycles that blow up people in the lobbies.
Yeah, actually,
I think they nerfed that in the last update.
I would think.
I don't know why I follow that. I don't know. I don't know the game.
Yeah, I don't play a ton of GTA Online, but if I had like an in between of one of those RP servers and just regular GTA, where it's like they don't make me go get a job and just obey the law, but they pulled out some of the crazier parts, like the flying bikes and stuff, I could get into that.
If it was a more vanilla plus,
I need lore friendly. I need a lore.
Yes.
No more DeLorean. No more flying motorcycle.
No flying technology.
The DeLorean's pretty
no.
cool.
Yeah, the
I
DeLorean's pretty
yeah,
cool.
the DeLorean's awesome, but
Yeah. Jeez, I don't remember how we
Civilians
got to
shouldn't
that.
own a cruise missile in the game.
I mean, whatever.
They
Says
can
you.
in real life, though. That's
In
totally fine.
Texas, yeah. I mean, you can do anything in
Yes,
Texas.
cruise missile. Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, I didn't have an idea for how long this is, but we are coming up on around an hour. I don't know how much time we've got, Al.
I'm on dog duty, but Stan's quiet, and my brother, I think, is with him. So I can go for
Go for
a little bit more if you
a little
guys
bit more.
want to chill.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm good for. I'm having a
absolutely,
good time.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I keep like glancing down at my questions, just to see if I have anything I can shoehorn into conversations. And kind of on what we were talking about a second ago with the whole, you're doing Fallout, but you do branch out, you try other things, and you do have that fan base who's like, whatever you're doing, I'm with it.
Yeah, there are people that'll watch.
But
yeah.
I was curious, like, because you do have that audience who you could probably do very well as a variety gameplay, whatever. I'm curious why you stick to Fallout. If it's just actual love for the game, or do you sometimes feel like you have to?
I feel like I am a weird. I have like not weird beliefs, but like I do feel bad like if I change things
Mhm.
because, like you said, there's that core audience. It's like I kind of always I'm like, well, if I change this, I don't want to. Because I'm sure it's become a schedule for some people. I remember one time, like 2 or 3 years ago, it was the first time I ever missed a Fault Friday, and someone was like, "Something's wrong," and I had just missed it. I went out the night before, and I just
Right.
didn't put up. But like, someone was like, "Oh, something must be wrong with Al. He's never missed a Fallout Friday." So I don't know. I think it's a little bit of like, well, people like it, so I'll keep making it.
Yeah, it's surprising how viewers become so dedicated to not only YouTube in general, but like YouTubers and their content cycle.
Right, yeah.
Especially people who have an upload schedule, which I tried a couple times, found out it's not for me because I will miss it.
Yeah. I miss some other days, but Fridays I always
Right.
I have to get Friday.
You're right. Yeah, because I know like now I don't have time to even like really like absorb YouTube content. Like we have a Q&A section on the Discord. Somebody asked me my favorite YouTuber, and I was just like,
Right.
I don't watch anybody right now.
Yeah.
Like as much as I'd love to, like I don't have the time.
No, definitely. I
But
hear you.
way back, I used to watch YouTube religiously, and it was that like this person uploads on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and if they miss a day, it's like, is their channel dead? Are they okay?
Right, yeah. It immediately
All of a
kicks.
sudden, 2 years later, you realize they haven't uploaded. You're like, what happened?
What happened? I remember I used to watch this person's videos all the time.
Yeah, no, that happens all the time. I see in the comments like, "Whoa, I just rediscovered Al." Oh,
The-
that's crazy.
I haven't been anywhere.
There was a period there where YouTubers were really like worried about job security. They thought YouTube was going out the window because Vine and TikTok and all these things started coming
Right.
in, and you'd see channels start dying. And sometimes they didn't even have to, but it's like there'll be a YouTuber who's making like a stupid amount of money, and then that money kind of goes down a little, and they go, "It's over, I'm done."
Right, yeah.
And they dip out of the whole thing, and then it's
Not
just
making
like,
6 figures.
yeah, and you see
They
these
gotta drop
channels,
out.
you see these channels disappear, and as a viewer, you're just like, don't happen to my favorite guy. That's my favorite guy. He's who I eat breakfast to. Like,
Right, yeah. My breakfast guy, I can't eat breakfast now.
it's crazy, and like you build such
Shout
an
out to everyone eating breakfast right now. Wow.
Yeah.
true.
Thanks for
Actually, true.
being.
I kind of
I'm glad
forgot.
we're your breakfast guy. Sorry.
Yeah, I forgot we were filming this.
You kind of forgot.
I forgot people were gonna watch this.
Doing a thing and not. Yeah. Also, shout out to all the people in the toilet. Love you guys.
True. I got by one of
Yeah.
those the other day. I was on YouTube Shorts, and somebody was like, "By the way, if you're watching this on the toilet, I got you." And I was like, "Oh, they got me.
Nice.
They did."
Remember to
get
wash
me.
your hands.
Feel like it.
Please wash your hands.
Mastered the art of no hand wiping. Hands
Just the
free.
air.
I've got the hands free
You just-
setup.
What you do is you just chug a bunch of
Oh,
olive oil and just.
it's all Bluetooth now.
Oh
Got it under
no.
control. We will get there. Technology
Yeah.
will advance.
It's like
It's all
you don't have
Bluetooth.
to
Touch your
just
poop.
transport
It's all
the
Bluetooth.
poop
We
out
already
of your
got
body.
bidets. The next step is voice activated. You just go in and you come out. You're clean. You're just done.
Like, I don't know what happened. I'm clean now.
I know what happened.
Something happened.
You ever,
Oh, no.
you ever seen a toilet on the Enterprise? Didn't think so.
That's true.
I haven't. I've never seen a toilet in Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars definitely. No one's pooping at Star Wars. Star Trek, I could see someone pooping.
It's funny because in Fallout, it's very prevalent, but
so many toilets. I
so
drink
many
out of
toilets because you
all the
drink out
time.
the toilets. Exactly.
Yeah, I love them.
In New Vegas, you do. I don't think you do in
As long
Florida.
as they're clean.
I need to reset up my drinkable toilets in my mod that I'm working on now, because I had it in the other one, but now I got to get the drinkable toilet working.
Important feature.
Yes, it had I accidentally made it have the sound effect for like water fountain drinking. So it was like you're drinking out of the bidet.
Oh, it's
Ooh, directly into the mouth.
That's probably clean-ish.
Yeah, I guess it would be, right?
I mean, as long as nobody did an upper decker, you'll be
It's an
fine.
Right.
But with the toilets being represented in media, I think somebody counted like the total number of toilets in Skyrim, and it's like 5.
Are they just outhouses?
Well, it would make sense for there not to be any because of the time frame or even though it's mythological, it's like
the setting,
the time themed setting. It would be like, yeah, you just go shit in the woods or whatever. But there are several documented cases of toilets where they're like, it's very obvious if you go into certain castles and keeps that this room is the shit room. Okay. There's just a room with a couple of brick dividers and then 3 buckets, like wooden buckets, and it's like,
yeah. Okay.
Have you seen like
civilized
the Roman ruins of like the communal shit room where they got a bunch of toilets?
Yes.
Sponge, yeah.
I heard a theory on that. I heard a theory on that because I really love speculative history where it's like you take X, like these communal bathrooms that we found, and it's just like, well, obviously we can infer from that they like to shit together. And it's like, or just gonna throw this out there, what if they had cloth dividers and over time the cloth just kind of went away?
Impossible.
And they're like, no, they held hands and they got real community tightness. I mean, to be fair, it is Rome, but don't know what that says about people, but
poop together.
It was Rome.
It'd probably be. It would depend. Like if
they were have them.
Well, if they're weirdos, if they're like, I don't know. I feel more safe if there are a lot of people pooping at the same time, because then it's like a big party. But if you go in there and it's only like 5 people pooping, and like 3 of like they're all separated, but then one person comes near you to poop, and you're like, "What are you doing?"
I actually get that. Like, there's anonymity in numbers.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, when there's a crowd and you're all pooping, nobody's looking at you. But when there's 3 of you, and you're the loudest, people notice.
You know how like you go to a urinal and you gotta stand from the one away from the guy next to
you?
you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I was a math major, okay? The law of large numbers states that the more people there are, the more loud people there are, so you'll be okay.
It works out.
Statistically speaking.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Great topics.
No, yeah. I remember Pig specifically he said on the first episode, we have to talk about community bathrooms. Pooping with Al. Poop Time with Al is the new segment.
Drink out of toilets in game.
I thought I was
bidets, clean water.
Give you a hard time.
Bidets are good. I had one in my previous apartment.
But
not my new one.
I've never experienced a bidet.
They're good. They really do help.
They scare me.
You don't use as much toilet paper. My one roommate refused to use it because they scared him, and he never.
They scare me. Yeah, no, they scare me.
If you go too hard, like start it. Go slow. Ours was like you could like blast a hole in the wall. So.
Oh my god, I would be afraid that the aim was wrong.
Yeah. Well, I broke the toilet seat once because I would like.
You'd have to.
Gross.
Yeah, get where you need to get. I get you. Yeah.
Yeah,
we're at the hour and 5 minute mark. Nobody's listening to this. You're good.
Sorry if you're eating breakfast still. Breakfast people.
It's been long enough.
Yeah, you finished.
If they're eating breakfast now, they started breakfast during poop talk.
You ate your mojos.
Not at breakfast.
Okay, right.
Well, unless you're me.
It's awesome.
I've gotten fried chicken and mojos for breakfast a couple of times.
Okay.
It's not good for you. I'm terribly unhealthy.
I eat eggs whenever I want to eat eggs because
That's true. You have unlimited eggs.
It's true. Unlimited?
Oh, until they die.
Oh, okay.
But then you just make more with the eggs. It's like Minecraft. You just throw them at the wall until one pops out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to see that YouTube video. How to
I
hatch chickens in real
guarantee
life.
somebody's done it.
That sounds
Surely.
like a
Yes.
basic.
What's the number? It's like there's like 7,000 videos uploaded like every second or something crazy.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
somebody's done it. How to
There's
Basic has probably done it.
Yeah, because that's his stick.
He
is
throws eggs.
I think. Yeah.
Surely
Yeah.
in a video he had a chicken pop out.
Obvious. Yeah.
And if he didn't, and if no one else did,
Send him
we
this
have
clip.
to do it.
Send him a direct
Yes.
email to howtobasic@gmail.com. He'll get it. Just tell him I sent you.
Okay.
It'll work out.
I want to get a chicken now.
You want to
Yeah.
get a
I want
chicken?
to make this video.
Can you have a
Oh.
chicken there where you're at?
No,
No. Like not like they
No.
like not at all.
probably no. I'm in the suburbs.
Where I'm at, we have a limit on like how many
5.
chickens you can have.
Oh, nice.
It's like if you're within the city limits, which I am, it's like 5 to 8.
okay.
It
But-
was like
but-
that when I
It's a
was
good
in
number.
college.
No roosters
Well,
Yeah, I feel like that's
because noise.
Pig. You can have roosters, right?
Surely.
Yeah, we wanted one, but they didn't have any.
They were just out that day.
Just out
So
of
the ducks work.
You have
Penny
ducks?
is very
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah,
They
you
go.
got the
She
little
goes
ducks.
every time she sees someone coming. It's wah, 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 wah,
You're not
Hair
gonna have
across the yard.
you're not gonna have the Friends set up. They had like a duck and a chicken in New York. In
I
Friends,
guess
they're like in a high rise apartment. They just have a duck. Yeah, and it's just in their house. I don't remember his name. And then the writers forgot about it, and so it stopped showing up in episodes. And then like 4 seasons later, they're like, "Hey, what happened to the duck?" And they're like, "It died. We didn't tell him.
Oh,
We just told him it's
no.
at the farm." And it's just like, "Oh man, okay."
Oh.
Ugh.
Apparently, I did just look it up.
You can?
Yeah, 5 to 8 chickens, I think.
What? See? 5 to
Now I'm
8.
gonna go get some chickens.
Wait. Does
They're,
it specifically state you can have 5 to 8 chickens, no more and no less? You must have between 5 and 8 chickens, or you can't live here.
I think I just read it wrong.
You have to contribute.
If you're getting chickens, you have to have at least 5. We're trying to get rid of
There's
these
a
things.
yeah, we're getting rid of the chickens. Get them out of here. Oh, all right, Pig. I know I've been railroading a lot of these
Yeah?
questions, and I know you got a big list, but
I have.
get those pressing topics you've been meaning to ask Al.
Yes. Okay. Al,
Wow.
I've been watching a lot of your old videos because I have nothing better to do,
Thank
and there's a
you.
lot of them. In one of them, you explained that you talk about bar mitzvahs because you have a turtle feeding story, and I was like, "What does he mean by that?" And I'm guessing it's probably bullshit.
Oh, no, I went to a bar mitzvah once. I was like 15 or 16. And the top room was the big dance floor. And then there was a basement. And there was nothing in the basement, but you could go down there. And me and a bunch of kids went down there. And they had given us the glow. You know, at parties, they have the glow
And a ring.
piece of plastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of those. And then there was turtles in the basement. I don't know why. There were turtles in the basement behind a glass window, and someone had thrown one of the things, the glowy things, into the cage. And then me and my friends were looking at the turtle. And we are like, "Oh, someone threw a thing in there." And a janitor came by. He was like, "You threw that in there? You threw that in there in the turtle cage?" And just started yelling at us. And we were like, "No, it was already in there. Sorry."
Can I pause
then we-
for a second?
Yes, go for it.
Where were you again?
At a bar
It sounds
mitzvah.
like a dream.
Why is there a turtle and a janitor in the same building?
I don't know. It was a
I'm
large
so
building.
confused. But why was there a turtle there?
I think it was a setup. They had like a setup in the basement of turtles. I don't know. It wasn't a dream. It happened,
Okay. Yes. Yes.
and they got the stuff out of the turtle cage.
I'm very glad I wrote that down.
Yeah. What?
For a second, when you were saying, I was like, "Oh no, I do. I remember the turtle bar mitzvah." So that's my turtle bar mitzvah story.
Wow.
Has that not been on your
Great.
channel? Is this exclusive?
Yeah, it's exclusive.
All
You
6,000
mentioned it
videos
in
you have.
passing in like
I've
in
never
a
told it.
2018 video, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta ask him on that."
Sounds about right.
Surely you must have brought it up on RLF at some point. in the way
It's.
back.
I'm sure it's buried in
So
there.
many
Yeah.
episodes. I never got to finish that. That's just so much content.
That future content.
Oh,
All right, number 2. What do you got?
what you got?
What I
Biggs?
Next
got?
one.
Box Factory real? Is the Box Factory real?
I mean,
I'm so out of the loop.
it's a place. Box Factory is where I said I worked. Like when people used to ask me where I worked, I say Box Factory.
Because
I mean, it's real, but it's not a real. It's not a box
Mm.
factory.
Real life boxes.
It's just a job. That was
Real Life Factory.
yeah,
RLF.
real life factory.
Yeah.
Come on down.
Mhm.
So I guess no. Sorry, everyone.
Oh,
Yep.
I
that's a
know.
shame.
Someone did actually message me once. They're like, I live in a box. I mean, I work in a box factory. I was like, oh, nice.
Oh,
And your
I mean,
sister,
they
I'm
exist.
guessing, isn't a bat either?
No,
You
my
ruined that
sister.
too?
My sister. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm ruining all
The
this.
lies come
classic-
crumbling down.
I never worked at a box factory. My sister isn't actually a bat. I'm sorry. Dak, one video 18,000 years ago. My
Yes.
dad was constructing his shelf while I was recording. I probably should have stopped recording.
No.
Instead, I just
No.
said that my dad was drilling like holsters or sort of like a chain because my sister had been bitten by a vampire. She was going to turn into a vampire and start like killing us. So he had to like set up this vampire.
Yes. Rather than waiting to record, you said,
yeah,
I'm just going to make a lie for the noise.
Yeah, no,
Just
it's
make a
still
story up.
It's still on your Twitter bio.
Nice, awesome.
Oh, is it really?
I guess so. I haven't checked it. I don't know the bios.
I don't Twitter. I don't know these things.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you're not missing anything.
I'm well aware.
I only use it for sending the pet pictures and also for
Pig
trying
only
to
has
strangle you.
Pig only has a Twitter to communicate with you. It's true.
Nice.
Yes, it's easier than emails because he never reads them.
Oh yeah, I made that stupid Frommer with all the YouTuber skins, and I emailed everybody to say, hey, like I'm sure you're cool with this, but I want to make sure that you're like I don't want to use your likeness because some people might be like about it. So I just I'm just playing it safe because I'm overcautious for stupid stuff like that. 0 replies. So I just said, to be fair, you're the one that I didn't email because I wanted yours to be a surprise because I knew you'd be okay with it.
Nice. Yeah.
But like I made one for Kodabos and I was like, oh, I'm gonna check. And so I sent an email, nothing. I was like, this came out cool, so I'm just gonna leave it in. So I did. and then he does a video on it and he's like, I love it. And I'm like, yay, cool. It wasn't a mistake.
It worked out. Yeah.
But yeah, my point is emails are worthless. If you want to, I remember there's so many people who reach out to me in the weirdest ways for like either YouTube collaboration or Fallout mods or whatever. They'll hit me up on the Nexus Messenger, and I'm just like,
ooh,
I'm not gonna look at that. Like I go on Nexus every day, but I don't look at the top right of my screen where there's the little number. They'll email me and what's weird is I have my business email that's like listed on my YouTube account, which people email me there, but I have my email that the YouTube account is linked to that is not listed, but it's just like easy to guess.
Yeah.
It's not gonna like nobody's gonna be able to do anything with that. They'll just be able to email me. But like I've gotten emails there and I'm just like, how did you
figure this out?
Like, did you really just guess? Like blank
or yeah, they were like, it's probably this.
Yeah, exactly. Like
type it in.
Enter YouTube channel at gmail.com. Like,
yeah,
that's
probably how the internet works.
Typically. Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm not even gonna respond to that because you're weird. And I'm just like, I tell everybody, just like, talk to me on Discord. It's so easy. It's just like, it's right there. Bleep, bloop, bloop. It goes on my phone.
And yeah, Dak isn't a hermit like URL, so it's a lot easier.
I shrink it to that boat picture when I'm not on the computer.
Oh,
so that explains
where
it.
You spend
actually,
your time.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's why it's there.
Yeah, of course. No, I'm becoming more of a hermit. I try to let my moderators handle the Discord, and
I do a great job.
I was gonna say that doesn't always go.
Yeah, no. People are like, why'd you time me out? And I'm like, it's funny.
I left education just to have to babysit people in Discord. It's just like, It's all the same. Guys, don't kill each other. Stop saying bad words.
Be nice. Yeah.
No,
During
no politicals. Nope, we're not
I
doing
do have
that
to
here.
do that during streams sometimes.
Ugh,
Definitely
that's- I-
feels like being a teacher.
Yeah, I don't want to have to deal with it because I've got 3 monitors up, and every single one, if I'm doing, because all the streams I do anymore is like actually making mods, and so I've got
Mhm.
my resource folder and then my reference photos, and then Blender's up on this screen, so it's like I can't have the comments up, so I'm like, Pig, just handle,
Yeah,
please.
just
Yeah.
watch it.
Just
And
look
then-
at
and
it.
then
Make sure
I-
they don't say the no
then I-
words.
Yeah, and then I approve a message that says Dak is a stinky poo poo, and you're like, why'd you approve that? And it's funny.
Yeah, I happen to have, in the last stream, I happen to have my stream up, like the comments, and YouTube has its auto flag feature where it's like, this is not safe for people to view, and it was like, Dak is a poopy stinker or something along those lines. And YouTube put it down, and I was like, that's stupid.
Stinky
And
poo-poo.
before, because I was on my way to approve it, because I was like, doesn't need to be
Yeah, it's fun.
this
Yeah.
allowed. It's funny. Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
Before I could do it, it goes up, and I'm like, well, Pig's my only moderator. So this guy
I
was
guess
like,
he approved it.
he was like, haha, funny. Click.
I like that one.
That one's
Stinky
good.
poo poo.
That one's allowed.
Yeah.
Agreed. It's true. I am, in fact.
Yes. And you're also.
Oh, Pig, you are in another dimension right now.
Oh.
You good?
Oh.
What was it?
You're
No,
back.
you're good now.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
are. You said we lost after R.
Yeah, you
Oh,
got
you
one
are-
syllable out.
Dak, you're afraid of the ocean. That too.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Whoa, man!
Look,
You said you wouldn't bring that up.
it's
Pig. Messed up.
it's not the ocean per se. It's the stuff in there.
Like all the fish pee.
If we were meant to be around each other, they'd be here and I'd be there. All right?
Mhm.
But we're not.
I don't like crabs.
Crabs are cool.
They walk
Like-
funny.
Yeah, but see, they come on land. They can be with us.
Yeah.
Sharks?
They think.
No.
Frogs.
Yeah, but
Frogs
they-
are cool.
I don't want the crabs here. They
Why?
Go back in the
What's wrong with the
water.
crabs?
You eat them.
Weird.
They're
They look-
tasty.
I don't.
You
They're
like
unique.
seafood?
I don't like.
Not
crab,
even
actually.
shellfish?
No.
Shrimp?
What about
I had it at a party and I threw up.
Wow.
McDonald's fish fillet?
That's atrocious.
I haven't eaten McDonald's in.
Oh, yeah.
4
Pig's got
years.
this high horse he rides on all the time. Fast food.
Okay,
Fast
listen.
food. I haven't eaten fast food in so many years. Meanwhile, I'm
I
just
have to
munching on my
drive
chicken.
20 minutes to get to a McDonald's.
DoorDash.
So-
I just had food DoorDash
That's-
today because I was really busy
An
this morning.
expensive DoorDash.
I live in the middle of nowhere.
I wouldn't know. I called my girlfriend and said, "Hey, can you DoorDash some food to me?" Because I have not set up the app at all, and we don't do it. Like my friend DoorDash is like every day. But I just like I don't want to have that resource available to me because I will be
Dangerous.
worse than I already am.
Yeah, yeah.
So on rare occasions like today where I was so busy, it's like I don't have time to make food. I have to record, edit, upload today's video, and then hop on the podcast and pow 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 pow. And so I called her. I was like, "Yo, get me a McChicken. Like have that
Please.
delivered ASAP. I need some food."
I eat canned soup, and I live in a hole in the ground.
You're probably better off for it. To be fair,
Yeah. Look how
it's
slim I am.
I've gained too much weight.
I've gained weight this past year.
Yeah, this past year's been rough for me. It
Yeah.
was bad enough because COVID hit. I gained a little bit of weight.
Mhm.
I quit one job because YouTube kicked in the other half of the money. So I was like, okay. So excuse me. I had 2 jobs at the district, one where I sat at a desk all day and one where I was really active. I was moving around a lot, and it was a younger group of kids, and so we would like do sports. I like to make them play kickball because I get to run, which is my exercise for the day.
Nice.
But I quit that job, so that's a little bit of exercise down.
Right, yeah.
Then YouTube kicks in full time, and then now I sit at a desk all day and don't
Yep, yep.
Mhm.
be active, and it's just like ugh. So I this year I was like, I'm gonna do better. We bought a home gym for the garage, and then California summer hit. It's 110 degrees right now.
Mhm, yeah.
I am sweating in this chair, doing nothing. I couldn't imagine running right now. Ugh,
Oh, just
it's
instant.
miserable.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, I
It's
hear
Yeah.
you.
miserable.
I keep active because I still have a job, and also I got all the farm work to do.
That's good.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the last few days I've been active. We remodeled my beautiful office and my
Yeah.
currently
He's
remodeling my
got a great
garage as well.
background, and
It's all right.
I just covered up all the garbage.
I'm really
so you
pissed
can't
because
see it.
my PC reflects here in the way back.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was.
It's
actually.
the fans on my computer.
I like it.
Yeah.
Wow, you got fancy RGBs. I don't.
I have to because I wanted an all Corsair build, and all their Corsair stuff it glows.
It's all glows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
all the glowy stuff faces the wall, so I can't even see.
Perfect.
I was gonna put
Same
it.
for mine.
I was gonna put it on this side so I could see it all, and then I was like, one, it's gonna make my face green,
Right.
like
you get
Pig
that,
setup
yeah.
right now, and then it's gonna.
I'm in Fallout 3.
It's true. You have.
You can green screen everything.
It's actually much more muted in real life, but this is just how it was painted when I moved in.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I mean, my wall's like, I don't know how it comes across on camera, but it's like a weird purpley gray. It's really weird.
See, it's grayish. I
Yeah.
can see the purple though. Yeah.
We bought the
Yeah,
paint and we were
totally.
like, oh, gray, and then we put it up and it was like, oh,
whoa, purple,
not gray.
gray.
all right. I think what I can't remember because this was a good like 4 years ago, but I think we went in and we did the thing where it's like, what paints didn't sell, mix them together, and they give it to you for dirt cheap.
Ooh.
Yeah, so because it's a tip if you go and you want really cheap paint, you tell them, hey, give me all the paints that people mixed and they didn't buy because they have to get rid of it. They're gonna throw it out at the end of the day, so that you have them mix it all together. And a lot of times, if they mix them all, it comes out like a neutral, typically brown, beige. But we got purple gray. It's all right.
Yeah.
It works.
No, it's not a
It's a
hot
wall.
bright pink or anything.
It's not Fallout 3
Like
green.
neon green.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is legitimately much more muted.
I'm sure it
camera,
is.
just kinda.
But yeah. And you got that fisheye thing going on where your wall is bending. Looks
Yeah,
really
this
cool.
is a very expensive camera. I promise. It
Oh.
wasn't like $40 on Amazon.
I mean, this one's not very expensive, but it gets the job.
Yes.
I have this $100 webcam versus the $600 DSLR I got to start recording stuff and to use as a webcam, and ended up not working and looking worse than this one. So
I've never tried to hook up a DSLR as a webcam.
don't.
Just stick with the regular webcam.
Are we gonna have a time when you actually have like good webcam on stream?
It looks. You know what was weird is it looks way better now than it does on stream.
I think the chroma kind of blows out.
It's probably the chroma.
orange.
OBS, because I have like settings to like try to adjust it. I don't. It's so weird.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
sometimes you look metallic on streams. which is-
Metallic or I used
And
to
then
be
there was-
blood.
Chrome.
Yeah, the Satan era was fun.
Sometimes when back in the day, like if I moved or like when I would sneeze, there's one clip when I sneeze and then I turn completely red. It's
I
just
think
like,
I can do
ooh,
that. I
it
think
just
if I
turned red.
think I can do something like that. I can do some nasty
Oh
stuff.
yes, that contrast.
Oh, that was too much. Oh, that's too little. Oh no.
Is that in Discord or is that in your webcam?
That's the Logitech settings.
Oh.
Yeah.
know
Logitech's got
what
a
this
little
is.
app that I have to run to be able to actually use this camera
Mm.
nicely anyways. Yeah, I know everybody viewing loves tech talks.
Yes.
Let's talk about our
Oh,
setups. Pig, what microphone are you using?
It's very good, I promise.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, that was great. Wow.
Sorry about that.
No, you are
I
not.
don't know
You're
because
so
I picked
happy
the
with
sticker
yourself.
off of it.
The sticker?
I picked the. Yeah, there was a sticker on it. This is here it is.
Nice.
That is
Yeah.
a microphone.
It was on Amazon.
Does
and
that
I
pop
bought
filter
it.
go with it? Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
It looks fancy.
It's okay. I mean, I
Fine.
don't sound terrible.
I'm
ain't
surprised.
like
It's a desk mount, right? That means yes.
Well,
Yeah.
little
Like as in,
links.
by which I mean it's standing. It's standing on your desk. Pig. That is terrible audio when you manipulate that.
Oh, okay. Oh.
We'll be editing all this.
No, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna have a
sorry about
hard
that.
cut from like 10 minutes ago to
Okay.
right away.
Okay.
I'm not gonna explain it or mention it. But no, I'm surprised at how good the audio is for it being desktop. Now, the tech talk
Yes.
is awful for people. So, yeah, you
My
guys looking
webcam
forward to
is,
Starfield?
I am looking
Yeah.
forward to Starfield. Yes.
But, and the deeper question: Are you actually looking forward to Starfield, or do you feel obligated to look forward to Starfield?
I both, but I am actually excited. I'm looking forward to making my ship.
Yeah.
I think that'll be fun, especially when mods get in there. Then people will go crazy. Um, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've said this a few times. What?
My butt is falling asleep in my
Oh,
chair.
all right.
Thanks, Pig. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
The I don't know, the whole ancient aliens as like the main backdrop. I'm sure it'll be fine, but that was my only,
Yeah.
I guess, irkage.
I'm assuming this is the same for most people when it comes to a new IP. I mean, maybe not. Maybe I'm being a little overzealous with that statement, but I'm just not particularly interested in the story right now. Well, obviously because we don't even have it, but based on what they're showing
Right.
me, I'm like, it's not piquing my interest the way Fallout 4 did when the first trailer dropped.
Right.
And that's gonna be the case because it's a new IP, and you don't know enough about it. But even still, with the setting, I'm not sure that it's gonna grab me in an RPG sense. But I am excited for its sandbox potentials.
Yeah,
Where-
with the shipbuilding and
Yeah.
the outposts and the Thousand Worlds and whatever, sandbox sounds great.
It just seems like a game that would benefit so much from co-op. But
Co-op, yeah. No, for sure.
yeah,
And hopefully the gunplay is better. I don't know. They did
it seems
have
better.
some.
Yeah, from what they showed, it seems.
It depends on who you ask. For me, playing Fallout so much, I'm like, huge improvement. For other people who constantly play modern shooters, they're like, ugh,
Right.
gross.
It doesn't have leaning and.
Yeah, that's literally complaints
I
I've
don't
heard.
know.
It doesn't have leaning. It doesn't have.
And when you reload your gun, no matter if you didn't empty the magazine,
I've
or
heard
not,
that
it's
too.
still
Well,
gonna do the
that's
thing.
that's
heard that
unnecessary.
too.
Yeah,
It's pedantic.
that's like super lore friend. That's like
I can't wait until the first
realism, yeah.
once they drop the engine, the first few mods you're gonna see is tac reload support, all the stuff that we have for Fallout 4 right now, and it's just like, ugh, give me cool stuff.
Well, I'm glad at least because 76 had it, they have the actual bullet counted for like lever actions and pump
That's good.
actions where they put
Yeah.
in one at a time because they put that in 76, and so I'm glad they probably have that. there.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
They've learned.
very important. Yeah, I think it'll be a fun sandbox. I do look forward to modding potential because like right now, and it's been a common theme in like other Fallouts as well. Not so much for Skyrim, but like turning the game into not Fallout is usually like,
Yeah.
look at this load order I made to turn it into Halo. Like, you can do that now because there's so many mod resources out there.
Right. Yeah.
And I know that there's that big project right now for New Vegas where they're trying to make a standalone Star Wars game out of New Vegas, and it looks insane what they've done so far.
Kind of curious because I did play a Star Wars mod years ago. I don't know if it's a different team because I think the one I played was by one person and it was on Gun Network as well.
Okay.
So it wasn't on the Nexus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
I think
interesting. I'd like to check that out.
I saw something about it once and it looked similar, but I mean, it's Star Wars in New Vegas. It's going to look similar to other
That's
Star Wars.
insane.
Yeah. The Star Wars New Vegas mod that they have going on right now, I wish I'd remember the name or any of it, but it graphically looks like Knights of the Old Republic, but with free combat, essentially, which is still cool. But when we have mod projects for things like Fallout 4, I just feel like it's going to get kind of swept under the rug by bigger things that are more current, I suppose. People, diehard New Vegas fans, I'm sure will dig it. People who are still playing like to this day. I know I'll check it out at the very least if it comes out. But where I'm going with that is Starfield, I think, has the potential to actually make that big Star Wars game that everybody's been asking for, but continues to not get. All these promised and then canceled games by EA, and then it's like, well, I don't know, we've got this big moddable sandbox with spaceship customization. How long for the first X-Wing? Like, the first X-Wing mod is probably going to be like...
Yeah, well, they got to get the Thomas the Train engine in there first.
True. Well, this train... that's usually Train Wiz, and I don't know if he's still doing stuff.
He made all the dragons into Ohio in Skyrim recently.
Into what?
Ohio.
I need to see this after this.
Yeah, look up
the cast.
all the dragons in Skyrim have been turned into Ohio.
Is it like a flying PNG?
It's like the state of Ohio, but as
How do you make Ohio 3-dimensional?
Oh,
I guess it's just the
It's just
there's a link to it in the All
Okay.
Dragons, All Ohio by Train Wiz.
I have to look at everything that you guys are sending after the fact because I have the cams.
Oh, because you're doing
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But I do look forward to that.
Yeah, he mainly put it up to advertise he's working on his own game now.
Oh, so is that what he's doing?
He's working on
Yeah.
Ohio the game.
Something like that. Yeah.
I believe him.
I'm sure it'll be good. He does good
Yeah.
things.
He's very talented, much more talented than me.
He is more
For
talented
now.
than
Yeah.
all.
I'm absorbing knowledge.
Yes.
Absorb it.
Yes.
Oh, my dogs are barking.
Ooh.
I may have to
I have.
go take a peek at that.
Okay.
You know,
No
you
worries.
continue without me. I'll be 2 seconds.
Okay.
I was gonna say, with
Ooh.
with like Starfield and everything, my main deal with making Fallout 4 mods is that I like the Fallout universe and doing stuff in it. So I don't know
Right.
if I'll ever transfer.
If
over
you'll
to
enjoy
Starfield.
the Starfield universe.
I mean, I'll play it and it'll be fun, but I don't know if I'll make stuff for it.
Or you could
I could do the opposite of what people are doing now with Fallout 4 and make Starfield into Fallout.
yes. Just bring that game into Fallout. Or you could for Starfield just make like twined Fallout 4
dog.
lore.
Is it-
Wait, it's hiding behind the microphone. Oh, I see that. I see those ears. Can you?
Jesus.
Hey, Zeus, what you doing over there? I have that Fallout shelter, whatchamacallit, sign.
I have a couple metal signs, but I don't have that.
I got it. I left it in Brooklyn. My friends still have it. I gotta
That
get
one
it from.
says Montana. I live in Wisconsin.
Oh,
There he is.
Oh, the baby! Look at that baby! Look at those ears.
That's a big boy. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cutie! Oh, yes.
He looks kind of like a mouse.
Oh,
All right.
oh adorable.
I got a package.
Ooh,
Live
Is
unboxing.
this
unboxing.
channel?
What do we got?
I'm pretty sure it's D&D minis, actually.
Yeah.
Bought a bunch of storm cloaks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We're about an hour and a half in now.
We are. I wasn't sure for you and I, Pig, what the average runtime for
Yes.
this was going to be if we wanted it. I was thinking minimum hour and a half-ish. And then kind of
Yeah?
from there, we just run as long as the guests want to. But it's up to you. Do you have stuff to do, Pig? You got a
No,
Jimmy Jams?
my chickens are fine. My
Your
chickens,
chickens are
my
fine.
my other chickens are fine. I got two types of chickens.
Yeah.
Some
Ooh.
of them are.
I have a question, but I don't know if it's going to make the final cut.
Okay.
Oh,
RLF did come to an end. Is
Yes.
there any particular reason for that, or was it just kind of everybody was done with it?
We were just kind of, I guess, done with it. And 400 was like a good number to stop at. Yeah, there was no.
yeah. That's,
A lot
Yeah,
of
there's no
episodes.
ill will or anything.
Of
just,
course.
We just talked for
For
a very long
literally
time.
somewhere around 400 to 800 hours.
Yeah, so we felt 400 was good, and I was like, okay, because I don't have to edit it every Tuesday.
Yeah, because you, for the most part, it was all audio, but you had the fan art and stuff go up.
Fan art, which at the end wasn't as much,
Right.
but it always takes up time anytime
with any long form series too. It's like
yeah.
the first few episodes are huge, and then viewership will decline in any series. Just mathematically speaking, it will dwindle as you get further in. Because it's like, well, I gotta go watch all the rest of it. So yeah, I could see fan art kind of going away. I remember I was really into the Walking Dead or the zombie-esque D&D type thing you guys did on podcast. That was super cool.
Yeah, I remember that. I really enjoyed that.
That was super neat.
Always fun doing D&D stuff.
Yeah, it was a really interesting format for an audio thing. Like it worked really well. I dug it a lot.
Those stories, thank you.
Yeah, it's cool.
Zombie stories.
Cool stuff. How about you, Pig? What you doing? How's your shotgun mod coming?
Well, J Cruz 05. I said his name right.
Did you?
Right? Yeah.
You're talking about the Spazzy?
Yeah, he made me a Spaz 12 stock.
That's
I'm
okay.
working on a
Ooh.
scrap semi-auto shotgun right now. It's pretty fun.
Awesome.
I just ported Millennia's Duplet from Fallout New Vegas into 4.
Good, you said it. I needed to learn how to
Oh.
pronounce it before I use it in a video.
Duplis?
Duplet.
Duplet.
I thought it
Duplet.
was
Oh,
doublet.
okay. The doublets.
The doublet.
It's the shotgun from Metro.
Oh,
the
nice.
shotgun
Okay.
from Metro. Yeah.
And you took that from your buddy that does New Vegas stuff, right?
Yeah, my buddy is working on an expansion of Millennia's stuff, and so I used Millennia and his stuff and the texture porting worked out pretty well.
It looked
pretty
great.
slick.
Yeah, no, I was when you showed off the first picture in the Discord where it was just a big pink blob. I thought I thought you were gonna hand texture it, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, no, it's not bad.
No, it looks great. It looks really good. I haven't downloaded it yet, but I do want to check it out.
Yeah, let me.
Al, you said you're doing some Blender stuff on the side?
Yeah, I'm doing some Blender stuff on the side. I would like to. Ooh, sorry, I'm looking at Pig's.
The
Just
doublet.
sent that. The doublet. Look at that baby. Oh.
Should I just say
so
doublet
porting-
anyways?
Yeah, just do it anyways.
Yeah.
It's like how in every one of your videos, change my name in the credits. Just every single time is something different.
It's funny.
Yeah, it is funny.
And I can do it to you.
Yeah.
And then
Complain.
yeah, you were saying, Al, about the Blender stuff though?
I was just that. Yeah, I've just been doing random stuff here and there. Nothing crazy. I was gonna try to jump on the Backrooms bandwagon.
Oh.
There's a lot of people doing like Backrooms 3D stuff, and it's not easy, but an initial Backrooms. I don't know. Do you guys know Backrooms?
The SCP
Yeah.
one, right?
Like the initial Backrooms level 1 is just walls, like very easy modeling.
Would you is it like a random generation thing you're trying to do, or is it just modeling your own?
No, I mainly just I followed a few tutorials where you make the wall, and then you make the ceiling and the floor, and then you basically just make your own maze with the walls you create. But yeah, I'm trying to see if not that you could see it, Dak.
If you send it to
Not
me, I
now.
could put it up after the
Yeah,
fact
let me
with the
see if I
magic
got
of
some-
editing.
Yes. Mm.
Ooh, crazy.
But yeah, I just because I think it was 2020 COVID when COVID hit. I was like, you know what? I'll give Blender another try because I always go back and forth with 3D stuff.
Mhm.
I've had a few 3D things and montages in the past, but it's always like the very basic knowledge. So
Yeah.
just been playing around, having fun with it.
Do you have like a final
and
plan
most
for the?
things he
Oh, go
makes
ahead.
are
Big.
horror. Most things he makes are just horrific monstrosities.
Yeah, I do make a lot of horrific stuff, but no real plans. Maybe I'll keep with the backroom stuff, but besides that, I'll probably make a bunch of gross things that people say it's disgusting, and please don't show it to me.
So
You
you're
showed
just
off a couple of Fallout things too. You were doing some scenes.
Oh, I did. I did start to make
Fallout.
some Fallout stuff. The thing with animations is because a lot of times montages even like I'll get a piece of music in my head and it'll be a minute long and I'll be like, okay, I can make a minute long thing. But especially with like Blender, you forget like a minute of animation takes. You're just like, why? It's a minute long. It's so
Yeah.
long though.
I had a bit I really wanted to do that's about a minute. Are you familiar with I'm gonna forget his name on stream and it's gonna take me 8 years to figure out. The guy that does the funny animations, the glitchy AI animations. He's super popular.
Okay.
Oh,
He's on
Wolf knows because he'll be mad at me, and he's the one that introduced him. I can't remember his name. That's the.
He's on Twitch. You said
YouTube.
I don't
YouTube.
know.
Oh, YouTube.
I don't know who you're talking about either, so I
he
can't tell.
did the one where it's fucking. You know he's the
It's
guy.
like scary stuff.
No,
It's like
Oh, the
I'm just
guy.
gonna YouTube it right now. I'm just gonna take 2 seconds to find the thing. It's definitely this guy. Yeah, Joel Haver.
Oh, that
Oh
guy,
yes.
Ah,
Yes.
He's got the
That guy.
the rotoscopes. Yeah.
Yes.
I like his rotoscopes. I would like
He
to
did
try
a
some of
tutorial
those.
video.
So
on
yeah,
how
so
he did it.
I watched the tutorial video and I learned how to do it, and I did a couple of things that I posted in Discord, just like little 20-second things of like Piper talking. So I would take Fallout and then do that over it, and it worked really
Nice.
funny, like with the animations. It made it even more jank. So it was just
Right.
like primo stuff. And I really wanted to make New Vegas's intro where it's Benny burying you, and I was gonna do all of that, and I got a good 5 seconds into it, and it was just like,
Mm-hmm.
because he
This is
wears
gonna
a
take
plaid
forever.
jacket, so you have to draw every.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's-
it was a
yeah.
nightmare, absolute nightmare. But yeah, I get what you mean. Animation, it's a mess.
Yeah, so I do have some Fallout 4 stuff. I was actually making a Sim Settlements 2 like little. Well, eventually one day that'll come out. But in the meantime, also have been just you rip stuff out of the game and you put it in Blender and you render it nice,
Yeah.
make it look good.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Is with your Blender stuff, are you just making renders, or do you plan to implement any as mods? Which you doing with it?
A lot of it's just renders. I always I would like to maybe get into modding. I mean, like I said, I'll probably make a bread model for Pig,
Yeah.
but maybe I'll delve in there. That'd be fun.
Yeah, maybe make a little indie game with your backrooms and have the AR-15 ski dog chase you.
Yes, that'd be perfect.
Just with no animations at all. Just
What is happening?
you could sell that for
What is
99 cents
this?
on Steam. Somebody'd buy it.
I mean, it works.
Ooh.
He's skiing around. It doesn't have to. It's like,
Yes, that is someone would buy it. Yeah, for their.
surely you played back in the day because it was popular. The old SCP Containment Breach game.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
played.
when my friends wanted to do a run through that recently because it has multiplayer now, and God, that game is just something else, and people love it. It has such a big like cult following, and it's just like,
and it's such a simple game, but like
Mhm.
it really does capture that world, and like I genuinely get scared from that game because I'm me, but like
it takes a lot of that away when you play with a group of 8
with
people.
friends, yeah,
'Cause
no,
the amount of
100%.
people you can have in that game is crazy. I think there's like 64 player servers.
You just
And it's just like, you just
outnumber
flood
all
the
the
room.
monsters.
Yeah. It's like, if they can't kill us all, you just run into the room. Well, the fun part with those kinds of games, though, that I've been getting into, because I've never liked horror games, but playing with your friends and then muting Discord and using VoIP in the game and having it specifically with proximity chat. So you're with your group, you're 8 people, and then because of the way the SCP is, it splits off into all the hallways, and then you turn left and you didn't see all your friends go right, and you go, guys, and there's just nothing, and then all of a sudden all that fear just comes back, and you're like, I'm
no,
alone.
it is scary.
And nobody knows where I'm at.
proximity chat makes any game more
Proximity chat makes every game so much more fun. TTT, Phasmophobia is really fun.
Phasmophobia is great with that.
Oh yeah, it's the best when like you're like your friend's like, okay, the ghost likes to hunt when I'm alone, so I'm gonna go in, guys. You just keep talking to me in the walkie, and you go, "You there, bud?" That's just it's nothing.
Oh, they got him.
And then
I played it in VR a couple of times, and that was.
I don't know if this is unique to me, but when one of us dies, you can manipulate objects. So we'll bring the cups back, and we communicate with cups, and it's like,
you throw
drop the cup if you're dead, and then plop, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah, I was playing with a couple of my friends once, and I grabbed all of the dog pictures from inside of the house and brought it to the computer in the trailer.
I love those dog pictures.
Oh, it's so funny. And you can just totally cheat because they can go in there and it's like, all right, go in and check the book, and then come back. All right, put the thing on the table if you saw ghostwriting. It's one of those. So stupid. Janky games are my new thing. I used to be.
Yeah.
I never was, but I don't know. Games get so boring, and now it's just like the jank is the fun.
It adds,
adds a lot,
something.
yeah.
It's like watching bad movies,
It's not a bug,
exactly,
it's a feature. Yeah.
It
100%.
adds to the enjoyment.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just like my YouTube channel. Whenever something's just so poorly broken or wrong in a mod, sometimes you're just like, just leave it in. Rather than I'll spend so much time trying to troubleshoot that it's like, well, at this point I've wasted 2 hours. I'm gonna take some of that footage. Pig, I'm not talking about your baseball grenade. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I had a gun that shot baseballs, and he was like, "Why don't they explode?" I'm like, "They don't."
But they did. They
But
exploded
sometimes
like
they did
1 out of
explode.
5 times. That's why it was so weird, because it was like it used the baseball grenade projectile, but they weren't supposed to explode. But sometimes they did. On their own free will. You saw it happen. I left the footage in.
I'm guessing the projectile got took damage.
Hit
and
something.
then it exploded. Because like when you shoot a grenade, it
Oh,
explodes.
so you made it like a dud grenade,
Yeah.
essentially.
It's supposed to just be you shoot people with baseballs.
Yeah, but that's not what happened. You could have just made a custom projectile out of the baseball.
I could have, but also I'm lazy.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Projectiles, those custom projectiles.
Mhm. I love making me some custom projectiles. I've only ever
Like you
done
did.
one.
Yeah, for the
It was fun
Plus,
though.
like-
Yeah, it did
Or
loopies.
Which one?
Remember?
Which one was the unique one?
The pulse carbine, that Institute one that I did.
Oh yes.
It I needed something that tracked, that like would follow the enemies, and I
Oh.
wanted to slow down the speed that it traveled so that it would actually track, because the faster ones would just go woof right past it.
Right.
And
you had
could,
a thing where you
that's
shot a
pretty
bunch
cool.
of them at a death claw. And they
yeah, I
spun
was gonna
around.
say you could do it so that if you got close enough, you'd lock on, and then you'd like get close to them and look to the right, and then it would just have an infinite loop where it just circle them, and they have like rings going around. It was cool looking.
Yes.
Fun
The
stuff.
power rings.
Yeah. Well,
You know what else I have?
What you got?
You know what else I have on here on the topics? Do you have? You said you had one last topic that you wanted to do.
Me?
Last.
I
Yes.
have a running bit that I want to do with every episode, but we'll
Mm.
get to
I
that
also-
when we
I
get
think
to it.
I have a similar one.
Okay. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm not going to spoil it because it's the same bit.
Wait, what?
Yeah. When are we ending this? When is this episode?
Do you want it to be over? Is that what you're saying, Pig, right now?
You have a wrap up?
Why are you gaslighting me?
I'm good for whatever.
I
I
don't
can.
want people to listen to 5 hours of us.
No, I'm not doing a 4-hour podcast because my internet
Yeah.
can't handle uploading that.
Yeah.
But I think 2 is probably where we'll wrap up. Yeah, my camera's
Yeah.
going woo crazy. I swear I fixed it. I'm so angry about it.
I
So
haven't
mad.
noticed it as much.
It's
as
not as
you
bad as
have.
when I streamed. When I streamed, it was just
Yeah,
every
no,
2
that was-
seconds it would just go bah, bah, bah.
That's annoying.
And it's and during that stream I was also like, I thought I fixed it. Story of my life.
It will
sometimes-
never be fixed.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't even sure if we were gonna do cams on this podcast, but I wanted at least some visual intrigue. If it's gonna be on
Yeah.
YouTube, like if it was going straight to
Yeah,
iTunes.
no, it does help having.
And this
Yeah.
is kind of like my public face reveal as well.
Wow,
I don't
this is the
Yeah,
first time
that's
you've been on
right.
stream. Al too. Never been on cam.
Never,
Never.
ever.
Not once.
Do not duplicate this video.
Do not.
Yeah.
Don't screenshot my
Okay.
NFT.
Be
This is my
kind,
custom
everyone.
Al NFT. Nobody can have it. One of a kind. Ugh.
All right,
Oh.
I'm gonna send you 3 pictures.
Oh boy.
That's too many, but there's 3. I'm oversharing. So you got a meatball, you got a room, and you got a ski ball.
Wow.
Are these renders that I'm not able to look
Yes, you'll be horrified.
at
Yeah,
by
I
the
see 'em.
meatball? I
Yeah, the
remember-
meatball.
You
I'd say
can
the
check
meatball.
on your phone, dingus.
Oh, you're a genius. Nah, I'm
I
lazy.
know.
Continue, Pig. Your gets to
Yes.
go first.
L, do you want to show Viva Rain?
So what?
You do.
Viva Rain.
Viva Rain. Oh yes, let me get my my companions in the real world.
Yeah, every time I hop on stream, he
Oh.
probably can't hear me. I realize that
Yeah,
now.
you took
Oh,
out his
you-
earbuds.
You know, when I left to get my package, you guys said something, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I want to talk about that because I have my headphones on." And I came back, completely forgot it.
Yeah, no, I was talking about how I like making mods in the Fallout universe.
Oh, yeah. I was just
Yeah.
gonna say something along the lines of, that's the thing with Starfield, that I feel like people are gonna drop it quick because it's not Fallout. Like people play Fallout because they like Fallout. But maybe
I
I'm
like how
wrong.
people are gonna have to stitch these two conversations together.
No, it's
Sounds
great.
like-
That's great.
Yeah,
Al, yell if you're okay.
I don't think he can hear us.
You can't. That's why.
I.
Suspense. Yo, what is that?
Well, I hope that's appearing on the OBS, but I don't know if it is.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, he still doesn't have the headphones on. Hold on a second here. Yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna
Go
mention
out.
the fact that every time somebody hops on midstream with Al, it's just always, "What's on your neck? What is that? What is that monstrosity?"
family's walking. So yeah, these are all from Icky Neko, one of our fans, and she made
Oh, okay. P.O.
these
box stuff.
dolls. We got Pig Pants here, and this is Viva Rain, a long Furby.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if that was one of those long Furbies. I know some
Terrifying
people
it.
are really into those.
But yeah.
Yeah.
That is definitely something.
But there was a couple names going around. One of them was like Nancy Drywall.
Yeah, we had a
That one.
few good. There was like a name generator. I think I may have deleted the names, but there are pretty
I mean,
good ones. Yeah,
having
they're
your
gone.
own action figure is pretty cool.
Yes, I love. She made a ton of these. She also made Axeman. I have Axeman somewhere.
Ooh.
But like, yeah, the Pit Boy and like everything.
For time frame, in terms of companions in your videos, Axeman is new to me, so that's about when I stopped watching YouTube.
Okay, so that's
not okay.
Remember,
let me rephrase it. New to me, as in he was one of the newer additions while
The
I
newer
was
addition.
watching YouTube. I was
he's,
and then
he's
things
still
started to
around, but
roll.
it like switches up. And one day I'll do a lore video. One.
And
day.
you
Oh, that would
finally
be actually
stopped
great.
forgetting about-
Like 3 hours of you doing the
Oh,
entire
God.
AlChestbreach timeline.
Jesus.
If you don't make it, Pig will. I already know.
Yes.
Yeah, the wiki is all outdated. I know that some people are trying to.
Oh, that my hair's not
Yeah,
parted that way.
yeah.
My camera's flipped.
Conspiracy is working on stuff too. It's
Nice.
just everybody's. It's
Uh.
Al. You made a mess.
That's
There's
what I
just a
do.
bunch of-
I
it
brought all
doesn't
my
make
stuff and I dropped it.
Now figure it out.
You should see what's underneath the frame that you can't see back here on the ground. 'Cause I'm still
dangerous.
I'm still remodeling, and so there's stuff around. Luckily, the camera.
I got
good thing
I
you
got
can't
stuff.
See anything over here.
The YouTube people won't be able to see it, but you guys can see a mirror that shows my girlfriend's
Yes.
desk, and it's just atrocious.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if
messy.
many Al was seen because of the way it's cropped for the overlay.
That's a good
I can
point.
see it.
No, I think it can be seen.
Well,
For the
when
way
he
Al's
poked
cropped's
Al
good.
in.
No, Al's cropped.
No,
good.
I mean when he poked in the figure.
No, I know what
here
I know
on
what
the
I'm
side
saying.
of the
It totally.
Don't worry.
I can see
Okay.
it. I've got the
I'll send you footage.
I've got the beeline right
Send
here.
you hours of footage of my character peeking.
3 hours.
Yes.
The character on screen with eerie music playing.
Holy. It's like no, it's like that's my favorite clip of the stream is when you were watching the
Oh, that
the
dog,
dogs.
the donut. Someone sent me a donut video. No, it was someone's 2 dogs, and then there was a person dressed up as a donut. But I put scary music behind it, and like one point, the donut came from behind a wall, and I was like, okay, this is like actually scary. Not actually scary, but it was creepy.
Music changes the tone.
Yes,
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, no, I the only video I've ever put that much effort into, I had a stupid video where I tried to climb the tallest
Oh,
building
yeah.
in Fallout using
Nice.
a gun that I made that shoots projectiles that like stick to walls, so I
Mhm.
platform up there. But I got to a point where I realized like I can't do it. Like it just the mechanics won't allow it.
Right.
So I just use the music and it's like, oh, sad part. And the video's like, it doesn't work. And then the inspirational uplifting, but wait, I downloaded another mod that'll let me. Yeah, stupid.
Overcome it. Nice.
Yeah, they added weight.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a mess. Earlier, somebody said name generator. When you do your intros, because you now have 6,000 something videos, and just about
Yes.
everyone has a different name when you intro the video, do you just on the fly right then and there first thing you think of, or is it a generator?
No, there's no generator. I go through before I record. I go through like in my head a few times.
Okay.
Like, I'll say some stuff, but there's got to be repeated ones.
I was
would
curious if
imagine.
there would be
Yeah,
repeated ones. Like at
I
some point, your
feel
brain will
like
do
I've
the same
heard-
one.
Yeah.
Like surely, or at the
100%.
very least, the same first name. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
But no generator. Just my
that's
mind.
just the raw power of your
I guess
imagination,
so.
which is a dangerous weapon.
Yes.
We were gonna I meant to do a bit for the beginning of this
Yeah,
episode.
you forgot to do
I
the
did
bit
forget
where
to do
you
the bit.
introduced him as a goofy name.
Yeah, but I forgot.
That's okay.
Excuse me, pig.
Well, I'll be quiet. You could I'll be video not shown at first.
Yeah, with the big question mark.
Yes.
Yeah, like when I revealed the new host for my channel, pig. You remember that? The silhouette of myself with a question mark.
Oh yes. I made the degenerate deck companion, and he's like, time to make a video, and the video's made a great decision. We're bringing on a co-host. It's me.
Yeah, no,
it's just me again.
You cut out a bit there, but yeah, it was. I had the thumbnail was complete clickbait. It was the channel's new co-host, and it was actually just a video about Pig's mod. But it had like a silhouette of the character with a big question mark, and it was like, guys, I think that at this point there's so many mods I got to cover that we need to bring on somebody else, and the only person who's good enough for this position is me. And so it cuts to there's two of me on the screen. Ooh, he made the companion.
And that mod has a bunch of bugs that I'm not fixing. I don't care.
That's
People are.
It was a dumb joke.
People are like, he keeps repeating the same lines over and over again. He says, "No, I've been in Discord call with him."
Yeah. It was a joke, but people seem to really take that mod seriously.
Yes. They're like, I like this. It's
I
like
really
when
want this for my playthrough, but it's just so buggy, and it's like it's not supposed to be a real mod.
Yeah, it's
I
like
only
when
released it
someone
because I knew people would ask for it.
It's like someone when they left I made another YouTuber, Kev Do It. I made a companion, and his I got a comment like, I really like how in this mod he kind of acts like his own person. He talks about his own stories, and when you dismiss him, he goes back to the bar and he hangs out there. It's not like he feels like a companion. He feels like I'm like, it's a YouTuber companion. It's not a serious mod. I don't see this review.
You haven't made an Al companion.
I haven't.
I think there is
Because
one.
there
For
is
Oh, I'm
so
sure there
many.
is one, but Pig hasn't made it.
I have better
No.
things to do.
No, we see the hierarchy.
Yes.
Yeah, we're learning. Kev DeWitt's on top for you,
Mhm.
followed by
I'm on the bottom.
Rad King.
I get. I'll take Ski Dog.
Oh, yeah.
Ski Dog is nice.
Yeah,
To
I
be
did make
fair.
that by.
Oh wait,
putting
you
him
made
in the
that.
game.
Oh.
I put Ski Dog in the game.
Al made it in Blender. You made it.
If you put something in Fallout, I just say you made it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've done a lot of work. A lot of work on a stupid stream mod for him.
A lot of
It's
work.
okay.
Actually,
it's
yeah,
great.
that was a fun one. I like the flare gun quest mod.
It's exclusive.
Inside jokes
Exclusive
and
inside
inside
jokes.
jokes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's going to be most of this
I-
podcast with me and Pig.
Yeah,
Call
I
outs to
released.
something stupid he said at some
Yes.
point. He's done.
Yes, I have said a lot of dumb things. For example,
No, I said done. As in he's done.
oh,
You know, the bit.
I
Never
don't
mind.
have my soundboard up.
You don't need it. You don't need it. We don't need that.
Yeah.
We said no to that. We don't need the sound.
I do have Jameson on the soundboard. I could have done it live.
Jameson.
Yeah, that was another thing. What we talked about earlier about how we were going to censor only you.
Yes.
Pig said, no, I'll do it live with the soundboard. So it'll be like 3 seconds off every time because of the
God.
delay.
I guess I didn't curse.
No, it's fine. Doesn't matter.
Well,
Who
we'll have
cares?
to cut out what you said about the Ohioans.
Yeah, how I love them.
They're the worst.
Yeah.
If you live in Ohio, you're not allowed to watch this video.
Mhm.
Oh my
I'm
god.
banning you from the Discord actively.
Mhm.
Can they download the Skyrim Ohio mod though?
Do they even have internet?
Oh,
They
maybe.
only have corn.
Corn
Ooh.
internet. Fiber corn.
The amount of things you can make with corn, you could probably figure it out.
It's true.
Corn's a very versatile vegetable.
Mhm.
It's true. Corn
It's a
cast.
starch, not a vegetable.
I don't know enough about corn to answer to
It's-
refute that.
It's a starch like potatoes.
Corn a vegetable. Fresh corn is considered a starchy vegetable.
I mean, but a potato's like a vegetable. So
Potatoes not a vegetable.
it's a
Is
root of a
potato
vegetable.
A vegetable.
It's a root of a vegetable.
It's a nightshade.
A what?
A
A
nightshade.
nightshade.
The thing you
Like
put on a
nuts.
lamp.
Isn't that a
Oh.
plant in Skyrim?
No.
Yes, it is.
No. I don't play. I don't own Skyrim.
I don't
Actually, I don't
understand
own
how they've released 8 Skyrims and you haven't picked up any of them.
I'm not a fan.
Have you not played any Skyrim?
No, I actually.
He
Oh,
actually is
no.
not. He's the worst. Yeah.
No.
You're like
Yeah.
more anti Skyrim than I am. That's impressive.
Oh,
Yes,
you're anti
it's
Skyrim?
Todd.
Well, not
did
anti. I just don't
grab
play.
me. Well, he did grab me with 76, so I guess he
Ugh.
didn't get free.
You hurt
Yeah?
my soul. Yeah.
Mm.
I
How many
just-
hours? Let me see. How many hours? How many hours do you have in
I
76?
don't want to know. It's
Steam?
too much for any human to possibly
All-
bear.
All the hours.
100% achievement, 1,175 hours.
Ooh.
I don't think you're human.
Yeah. I'm not actually. I'm that thing.
They can't
I'm
see that
thing.
on cam, sadly. Oh, you're gonna get it. That's good.
It's a
It's a
thing.
Deathclaw.
No,
Or
it's
is that
not. It's
the sheep?
It's the sheep
goat?
thing, yeah.
the sheep squatch from Hit Game, Fallout 76.
The
Pick it
Hitman.
up at Funko Land.
No. Oh,
True.
I don't know any Funko Pops.
You don't?
No,
I
Funko
own
Land.
actually too many.
I think I have
Yeah?
4.
Yeah, my girlfriend collects them, and then sometimes people get them for me for gifts because they're like, "Ooh, you like this thing? This is an easy $5."
Right. You
I'm
like Back to the
sorry.
Future.
I like
Yeah.
books. I've got a
Insert
this is
fandom.
Funko
Here's the
Henry
Funko.
David Thoreau collection. He's
Oh,
the
wow.
guy, in Fallout 4 at Walden Pond. That's the book he was writing.
He's the super mutant.
No, that's Swan's Pond.
Nope, canon. That's it. We're retconning. Henry
That's
David
it.
Thoreau is Swan.
Yes.
Facts.
Yes. Love it.
Yes,
It's a book.
he made the FEV.
Oh, actually, yeah, that clears up a lot of things.
Yep.
Why is it called Mariposa Military Base? That means butterfly.
Butterfly effect.
You're
No,
coming
yeah.
out left field, pig. I don't know what you're on about.
In Fallout 1, it's called the Mariposa Military Base. That's where they made the FEV. That's where they made the
That's where they
FEV.
made the FEV.
Yes. And it's called Mariposa, and that's
But
for
pig,
means
I
butterfly.
thought the Institute made the FEV.
No, they got it from the FEV people.
Did they?
Oh,
I actually have not read a single terminal. I was so good about
I noticed
actually.
that when you played any of my stuff, you're like, I'm not gonna read any
Yeah.
notes or do any
When-
of the extra dialect.
When I played New Vegas, I was so into reading every terminal and just getting all the lore because it was like so interesting. You go into the vault and you're like that was the fun of the vaults is you go and explore,
Right.
you read the terminals, you're like, oh, this is what's going on, it's crazy. And then in Fallout 4, I was just like, I don't care, I want to shoot the guy, I want to kill him with my gun.
Pew, 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 pew.
My values changed over time.
Yes,
And
you've
that's why
matured.
El's playthrough of Commonwealth Killer was better than your playthrough of Commonwealth.
Probably. Any playthrough of
Yeah.
any mod is probably better than mine because I'm just want to get the cool, unique gun and do the quest.
You mean a
And
cool
try to
guy.
do it in one part so that people don't not watch the second part.
Yeah.
And then you end up with
Did you-
3 episodes of Sims Elements 2 and 3 episodes of Point Lookout because I never finished
Yeah.
them because people didn't watch it. Did you
I
did you play
I
all
didn't
the way
finish-
through?
No, I didn't finish. I did the main story of Point Lookout, and then I stopped, and then another big quest mod came out, and then I didn't finish it. So I have Point Lookout. Oh yeah, that was one of your questions, Pig. Point Lookout I have to finish.
Yes.
Vault 54. Which is not the name of it. It's a New Vegas mod. It's really
Actively
yeah, I know what
writing
you're
down a
talking about. I
to-do
really
list,
like
aren't
that
you?
one.
good. Yeah. Well,
Video
And,
ideas, video ideas. Quick.
I think that's. And the cop mod came out today. That was the end of the
Yeah.
cop
So
mod.
you
And
did
then you have all the mods like from 4 years ago that you never finished too.
I think I have the ending. One of the mod authors took down, and I never put the ending up because they had slides at the end of it, and it would always crash the game, so I could never get
Mm.
past the slides, which I should have just. I don't know.
TCL.
That's one of the reasons why the end of that series isn't finished.
One of.
Yes, one of
Yeah.
Blue Hotel. I could never figure out. I'm sure it's easy, but
Salt Lake Stories was the one that was crashing, I think.
God, there's so many. There's one.
Yeah.
There's so many. There's so many.
Yeah, no, I've been binging through various playlists that people have up of
And
your
then it
stuff through the years.
Just ends.
Oh, do they have an
Trying to-
ultimate playlist of all Al's unfinished series?
I'm
No,
sure
they've just
people
got
have
playlists of
made.
everything in chronological order.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just like there's one of 2018, 2019. It's like 300 videos just of New Vegas.
Did Al ever finish the New Vegas playthrough? Just the straight up New Vegas playthrough?
I
I don't know if that ever got an
Modded?
ending. I think it was modded.
think so.
I remember
Modded? I don't know what it was.
early on, back in the era of bald deck, I had my head shaved for summer. I did a New Vegas playthrough and I got to like part 30 something, and I was like, I'm done with this. It's nobody's watching it. I got really into doing the Fallout mod review stuff, and I was like, okay, blah blah blah, whatever. Nobody watches it. And then one day I was like, every once in a while, like once every few weeks, you'll get a comment that your phone will handpick. That's the comment you get to see today, and it said, when are you gonna finish New Vegas? And I was like, I should. And so in like a 4-hour stream, we just rush through it
Oh,
all
nice.
in one sitting, and I was severely underleveled trying to fight the Legate. I don't know if you were around yet in that era, Pig.
No, that was before me.
I know Rivalry and Loth were on that stream, and it almost got to the point where we have to cheat. But
Right,
we
'cause you
just cheesed and cheesed until we figured out like the ultimate run of like, okay, I have 16 shotgun shells, and all of them need to be devoted this way to kill him, and then run, and you just run past everybody else, just trying to beat the
Is that the
game.
courier just running?
Yeah, no, it's like you run in. I luckily had, I think it was and Stay Back, the perk that knocks people over.
Nice.
So it was just, you had to get the perfect run where you could knock him down with the first hit, so he never got a chance to hit me, because I was like, if he hit me, I died.
Right, yeah,
It's
that-
over.
one
trying
hit kill.
Yeah, just trying to break the game in every way possible. That was a good stream. I
Dang,
think it's
4
still-
hours.
It was a big
That's good.
stream. Yeah, it was.
Are you gonna
Wow.
Are you gonna do a stream of where you finish the Survivor series?
I hated that. People don't understand. Like, they want it, but it wasn't fun. It was like a
Like survival.
It was a survival gameplay, but like it had a narrative to it where I was trying to actually tell a story, and
Oh, okay.
it was going really well because I wanted to play through Fallout without doing like the Fallout questline, but that's impossible because of how Fallout 4 is made. Like
Yeah.
New Vegas, you have a lot of freedom, but Fallout 4, it streamlines so much of it in the RPG aspect of things. And it got to a point where it was like, okay, I want my character to get to the Institute, but my character is like, I skipped the whole, oh, Sean is a thing.
Right,
And
yeah.
there's just no way to do that. You have to just, weirdly enough, vanilla Fallout 4 lets you do this. You can just skip past it all, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to go to the Institute. And then you go to Valentine and tell him, my kid's missing. And it's just like, I've never even once brought up the fact that I had a kid, but all right. It's just-
I think
There's-
if you get the alternate start mod, it replaces that a lot.
I did that, and it didn't work. And I played a lot off camera trying to figure out how the next episode was going to work, and it wasn't going. Viewership was going down, and I just wasn't having fun with it. So it was just kind of like, sometimes things just need to end.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, there's a or a vocal minority who's just like, we want the show. It's all we want. And it's like, yeah, but in reality, it's usually not how
It's
it
not
goes.
enough of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, enough to make it worth doing all of that. Like, I don't know. I want to do some kind of a playthrough again, but not that.
No,
Yeah.
I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a hassle. It was more effort than it was worth. I had some tangent I was gonna go on, but it went out the window. Yeah. Oh, did you ever try out the randomizer, Al, for New Vegas?
Yes, I tried that the New Vegas randomizer. I really liked it.
Yeah, I'm glad that
Did
we
they
can
have?
attend.
Did they have one for? They did have one for 4, didn't they?
I'm assuming that it did because it was like a trend at that time. Like they did. I think,
Yeah, there's a bunch of games that had.
I think
it, yeah.
Dark Souls
I
is
don't
what set
think
it
was in
off.
depths, but I think there was one, yeah, but not as in depth.
Yeah.
Yeah, the New Vegas one
I
was
think they
really
just-
nice.
Yeah,
And then you combine it with
added-
the door one.
Yes,
Oh. I did stream that.
teleported
I streamed that for like
to other areas.
and then
yeah.
you were playing Frontier on a stream, and you had it both on at the same time.
Yeah,
Ooh. Did it just
it's
break?
interesting. I don't know if it broke. I think the door one wasn't working, but
Right.
I think otherwise the other randomizer was.
And you're like,
Doing
why is
stuff.
this Legion member wearing like slacks?
What's going on here?
Oh, it did like the equipment. I get you.
Yeah,
You're just trying to play the game, and it's just like, oh, dripped out Legionnaire.
just dressed.
Never should have come here.
I guess so, sir.
That's funny. I tried to do a stream of the randomizer one. It was going pretty decent, but then my doggy had an emergency on stream, and so we had to.
I remember that. I
Yeah.
remember that.
Everybody was all
Yeah.
worried about him, but he was okay.
Take care of this.
I forget what happened. He was like, he started what do they call it? They call it reverse sneezing is a thing that dogs can do sometimes. It's this
Oh.
really bizarre like breathing thing that they do. It's very like rapid and vocal, and it's just like he just
Doesn't sound.
sometimes it
right.
happens for like 5 seconds and then they stop, and that's usually it. But he kept going, and then he started to like try to cough up, and I was worried that maybe I dropped something under my desk because that's where he was hanging out during the stream. And I thought he might have gotten into something, and I was freaking out, and I was just like, I kind of panicked on stream, and I was like, I gotta go. shut it down.
Right, yeah.
And checked on him, and I wasn't initially concerned at first, but then like my dog's very emotive. Like you can tell what he's feeling, and sometimes like he has a lot of personality.
Yeah.
And he looked up at me with like fear, and I was just like,
Aw.
"This is bad." And I freaked out and started calling the vets and just like
Aw,
And then like
yeah.
5 minutes later, he was fine. And I was
It's like, I'm okay now.
"You little."
You got me all worried.
That dog stresses me out, like because I love
Aw.
him so much more than anything in this earth. But anytime something goes wrong with him, I'm just like, stop
That's
everything.
right.
Like right now, he's got little tummy problems. He's got, he's not
Yeah.
doing things appropriately.
I gotcha.
and we're all worried about him. It's like, oh, vet bills.
Yeah.
You got to do it.
Well wishes.
Yeah, no, he'll be all
Tummy
right.
problems.
I hope he's all right. The worst part about him is taking him to the vet. He does not do the vet.
No, he just
And
gets...
like he's a big old German Shepherd, and when you take him there, he becomes the tiniest little scaredy cat dog.
Scaredy.
Because when he was a puppy, right when I got with my girlfriend, he got parvo, which typically for a dog is a killer. Like your puppy gets parvo, sorry, that's it. But he, after many vet visits and us just taking off work and nurturing him back, he
Nice.
somehow made it
Yeah.
past it, and it was like a whole thing. And I think that permanently scarred him from the vets, because his first experience early on was
Yeah.
he went in, got a bunch of needles stuck in him. They do the fluid treatment, which I don't know if you've ever seen that.
I've seen, yeah.
Oh, I was terrified being there watching it happen. I was like, they're doing this to my dog. He's twice his size and it's all liquid.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, no, it's tough watching them. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was
go
when he was a
through all that.
puppy, and now we take him back because he's got these tummy problems, and it's like they literally
Nice.
we have the best vet. He's so nice, but he just wanted to put the little stethoscope on him just to feel his heartbeat, and my dog was not having it.
Aw.
Running, hiding under tables just because they wanted to touch him, just like boop. And they're like, okay, so you're gonna bring him back next week for vaccines, and I'm like,
Mm.
yeah, we'll try.
That'll be fun.
Getting his boosters when he was a puppy was easy, but now he's big, and he'll break your jaw. You hold him like this, and he just starts wiggling and getting. Yeah. You have a dog now, right, Al? You got your
Yeah,
Stan?
we got Stan, big old Stan.
Yeah.
He's
I remember seeing the video when he came out. He's such a cutie.
little baby. He's upstairs sleeping. I'm probably gonna have to in a little
Go
bit,
check on
15,
him.
20 minutes. Go check. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good one. I like the big floppy ears.
Yes, I love those ears. Just grab them and
grab them and play with them, and they just
warm, flappy.
yeah. He's mixed with got to be Basset Hound, yeah.
He's the technical breed is Tree Walker Coonhound.
Of course.
That's the real
Walker.
name. Tree Walker. Tree Walker is like basically his breed is supposed to get animals into trees and be like, "Hey, over
okay.
here, kill it."
Bark at him, then you shoot him.
Yeah. So
what my
that
cats
is
do.
they get animals and they're like, "Eh,
Yeah, they chase like squirrels and stuff up trees, and they just sit at the bottom of the tree waiting for them.
wait, you're gonna have to come down eventually."
Yeah.
Has he ever chased anything up a tree?
No, we've been lucky, but there is something that occasionally lives under our deck that he like I want to get under there and like
Right.
gets all blocked off so he can't.
Do you know
But,
what
like,
the thing
it's
is?
No, I'm sure it's a
Something.
rabbit or a rat or mouse or
Raccoon?
something. Maybe, could be. I don't care, but
As long as
it
it
can
stays
live
under
that
there.
deck. Yes.
As long as it doesn't come out.
As long as I don't find a dead
Yeah.
animal body.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Start smelling.
A cat did leave us, or I hope a cat left us. Well, there's a cat left us like a dead little bird. Because we thought it was Stanley, but my sister was like, he would have eaten that in one bite.
Right.
Yeah.
So we think a cat like caught a bird and then left it in our backyard. It's like
My cats live in the garage, and we've got mouse traps in there. And sometimes the mouse traps, it's
Aw.
just the head because they eat everything else.
Oh God. Oh, straight through.
Yeah. Oh, and the only thing we get around here is sometimes a cat will catch a hummingbird. And they're tiny, and a lot of times you don't see them, like in the grass. You'll step on
Yeah.
the beak. And,
Ooh, ouch.
and then you realize what it is, and it's like, oh, gross.
Yeah. Aw.
But when I was young, when I was a kid, we lived out in the country, and we had a cat that would religiously hunt mice and bring them to us. 'Cause
Aw.
I think that they say that the reason cats do that is because they think that you can't take care of yourself.
Yeah.
They're
yeah.
like, oh,
They're
big
like, "Here,
hairless
dummy."
human, you don't know how to hunt. You don't have claws. Here's a mouse. And we're just
How
like,
they love.
oh,
They show they love you.
we don't want that. But thanks for the
Yeah.
sentiment of it.
It's the thought that
It's the
counts.
thought that counts.
I'll make believe I'm eating it.
Yeah. Oh, don't. Great.
Oh. Ooh.
Ugh. Do your ducks bring you presents, Big?
No, they're just loud and stinky and fat.
Ooh.
That's good. That's a good quality to
Well,
have in a
just-
pet.
Yeah, just like my ex-wife.
Ooh.
Oh, damn! Early marriage.
Ooh, me too. On that note.
Yes.
Pig, did you say you have an outro bit? I think we're rounding
No.
up on that
Do you
time.
have an outro
Wait, you
bit?
said you did.
Oh,
is
I
that
don't
the
know if
bit?
you-
Was the bit that you just tell me you have a bit?
You
have
don't know
one?
the bit?
Well, I don't know if your bit is better than my bit. You said you had a bit, so I want to go with your bit because you're normally better at bits than my bits.
Yeah, little bits. I was thinking of the Rick and Morty bit.
Little
man.
bit.
Little bits. Anyways,
Mm.
I figure, or we
Yeah?
anticipate having a lot of guests. We have a big old guest list of people we want to have on, and so I figured to have some sort of a timeline that connects them all. We'd end this with the same bit,
Okay.
Mhm.
and that is a controversial question.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
And I feel
Alright.
like yours is going to be different because you're on the East Coast, and so you'll probably have a lot of experience with this particular thing.
Okay.
Pineapple on pizza. It's a long debated and a hard fought battle that constantly comes
Okay.
up.
I've never done it for a long time. Whenever people would say it, I go with everyone else. I go, so no. But I'm open to trying it. So I guess my answer is no, but I'm open to trying it.
You're pineapple curious.
Yes, I'm pineapple curious. Exactly. Perfect.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it comes up quite often in our community Discord, and
Mm-hmm.
all pineapple sympathizers are quickly banned. Because
if I
that
said
is-
yes,
That is just
And
not.
then my
if
video-
you said yes, there would be a hard cut to black. The video episode over. I'm done.
you almost
Podcast
clicked
over.
me when I said I was curious about it. so.
Yeah. with me, right? Pineapple on pizza, the War of 1812, two of the worst things Canadians have ever done.
Canadians didn't do pineapple on pizza, did
Yes,
they?
they did.
They did?
Actually.
That's
They
because it comes with
invented it?
Canadian
That was
bacon. Yeah.
that was
That's right.
Oh.
The weird food history with like, oh, this is from here. It's always never that. Like
Where you think it's gonna be from?
California sushi rolls, not from California. What is it? Fortune cookies, not Chinese.
Oh yeah.
Hawaiian pizza, not from Hawaii. Though they do like it, I've heard.
Ooh, English muffins not from England.
Really? You're
I'm
joking.
pretty 80% sure.
Just spread lies anyways. Did you know
English
corn
misinformation.
not even available in America? We ship it all in.
It all comes from Kazakhstan.
Yes.
Ooh.
They call it Cornixtan sometimes.
But no pineapple, buffalo, or barbecue chicken.
No barbecue
for it.
chicken on pizza.
No, I want barbecue or buffalo.
Oh, that's what
those
you
are my
go
faves.
for. Oh,
That's what I get. Yes.
I haven't had buffalo chicken on pizza, though I'm not a huge buffalo fan in general.
Okay, if you're not a huge buffalo, then you're not gonna enjoy it. But I love
It has to be right. Buffalo sauce can be very bad or very good.
Yeah.
And so
agreed.
sometimes it's not worth taking the gamble on an entire pizza.
I need to find somewhere that does that around here. Because
Hmm.
every time Al mentions it, they're like,
Or
Or
buffalo chicken
yeah.
pizza. It's Pizza Hut does it.
yeah, okay, let me drive like 3 hours.
Hey,
Fast
you
food.
decided to live there,
I was born here.
and you can move at any point.
I have no money.
You have the freedom of choice to go be a bum in any state.
It's true.
So I don't want to hear excuses. I just watched a video today of a guy had a
Mm-hmm.
thriving restaurant, and he said, "You know what? I'm just gonna go be homeless by choice, mind you."
Oh,
Yeah, Ended up with a bunch of missing teeth in the span of like 6 months.
Fun.
He aged quickly.
Yeah.
He should not have done that.
Also, if I remember correctly now, it wasn't by choice, and it was kind of tragic. But it doesn't matter. Pig, you have the choice to do what you want
The
with your
choice is
life.
there.
I'm good.
Grab life by the horns.
You're good?
Between being in this 7x8 tiny jail cell of a room and being home in the tiny jail cell, I picked this room.
7 by
Plus you
8
have
is
cats.
really small.
It
You got
is,
cats
yes.
and ducks, so
Yes. But I'm on 20 acres, so like, I can go outside.
You go sleep on the land, under the
Yes.
stars.
I've
Yes.
got a barn.
You camp in your property?
I should.
I've done that. When I used to live out in the country, we would be like, "Oh, we want to go camping, but like we don't want to go camping.
Hmm.
Like, let's just
just
go
go in the
put
backyard.
put the tents out." And then halfway through it, you realize my bed's inside.
Why am I doing this?
Exactly. Nature sucks. Get me out of here. Ugh. All right. Yeah. I think that I'm waiting for somebody to say absolutely die hard pineapple. That way we can add an extra hour.
You're gonna
to
get
the pod.
someone.
Yeah, no. Eventually, it'll add an extra hour of just arguing.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll happen. The one I was debating between two, and I guess I'll just bring it up now because it is more pertinent to you of all guests. I didn't know if I wanted to go the pineapple route on pizza because pizza's a controversial topic. You get people fired up about pizza.
Yeah.
Or the New York style versus Chicago style versus etc. Like what is your preferred pizza?
I mean, for me, obviously the New York style.
It's just what you got, right?
Yeah, that's what I eat all the time.
You don't want that
Nonstop.
disgusting nonstop. Yeah.
No, God no. I don't think I've never been to Chicago. So whenever I do get there, I will have some deep dish.
I was in Chicago for like 45 minutes in a connecting flight, and I wanted to leave as soon as possible.
Oh, was there any deep dish pizza?
No, there was French
Oh.
people, and they scared me.
Oh,
I would want to leave because of the deep dish because they don't do. It's just wrong.
It's a
It's just-
casserole.
It's
just
a
sauce.
pie. It's a bowl made of bread that is filled with to the brim with sauce. Where's the cheese, you ask?
Oh, the cheese is
underneath
the
the
cheese is
sauce.
You have to dig for it.
Here's all the ingredients of a pizza. Now make it into something that's not.
We can do this, chef.
I have a buddy who is from that area that I was talking to a couple days ago, and typically when I argue online about deep dish pizzas, it's with strangers on the internet via text
Yeah.
that I can yell terrible things at. But this guy is actually from there, and he swears by it, and I'm just like, look, I'm not saying you can't enjoy it, but you can't call it pizza.
It's a pie.
It's soup. It's soup.
I'm gonna have to look up some recipes now.
Yeah,
No,
I
you
can't-
don't do that to
I
yourself.
can't.
When you cut a slice of it, it just explodes into the sauce. Just
Yeah.
goes everywhere.
Well,
I don't
it's
understand how you're supposed to
casserole.
eat it. But what's weird, because I already didn't like deep dish pizza when I was younger, because deep dish pizza over here is something else. It's the same thing, except, well, no, it's not all the same thing. So let me rephrase that. It looks like pizza. It's bread, sauce, cheese, but it's all bread. It's bread that's like 1.5 inches thick. It's really, really thick pizza, and then that's what we call deep dish over here,
dish.
and it's just not right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's the same amount of sauce, same amount of cheese, but it's just too much bread. And then when I found out what real deep dish was, I ended up being worse. So I ban it all. None of
I
it's
like
allowed here.
I like a thicker, breadier crust and a thin cracker crust personally.
I like somewhere in the middle, but the deep dish we have here is not just a thick bread. It's a monstrosity, and
It's bread.
At some places, it's really dense too, which is
It's
heavy.
It's just carb overload.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of people in Chicago eat a lot of tomatoes, or more
Well,
tomato.
It's
I
so
mean,
they don't
tomatoes
get
are great.
slurpy.
I like me a
Yeah.
good pasta, but
Yeah.
Too much on a pizza.
too much. On
I-
pizza. Now,
I
maybe if you
can't
took
go-
the deep dish and put some noodles inside.
Ooh.
Now it's you got a pasta, and then you can eat the bowl.
Yes.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
we're
yeah.
on to something.
Yeah.
Chicago, step your game up.
Watch.
If you're from Chicago, let us know.
If you're
and,
from
we'll
Chicago,
leave
please
your
stop watching this
timeline.
video.
Yeah.
Oh God, no!
Don't
we
watch it.
we got Chicago. Well, like Chicago,
Ohio.
Ohio.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else do you want to alienate immediately?
Oh,
Canadians.
Yes. No.
Pineapple on
Canadian.
pizza, rough, man. Can't do that.
War of 1812.
If
not
you're
very-
Canadian,
not
you can
very-
watch if you don't eat pineapple. We're gonna gatekeep the podcast for certain.
No.
Have you ever had poutine?
I no, actually, legitimately, I want to try
I have
poutine
not.
so bad. It's
It's,
everything I love. Gravy,
tried to-
fries, cheese.
I tried to make it once and it was just soggy fries.
I feel like you have to get it done right.
Try
Yeah.
again. Try again.
I am intrigued because the
I mean,
cheese.
I could just swim across Lake Superior and get some in Canada.
I'm very far from there, so
Could not swim.
I could not
Yeah.
swim. No.
Yeah.
I do want to try it. It has so many good things: fries, gravy, and cheese. Although the cheese comes in cheese curds,
Okay,
Yeah.
which
listen,
is odd.
that's hometown pride there. Cheese curds.
Yeah,
They're squeaky.
they are squishy. They're kind of weird.
No, they're
They
squeaky.
look like
they are
cakes.
squishy and squeaky,
Yes, that's
and they don't
Wisconsin,
like
right
really
here.
melt.
They're good.
They're
You ever
interesting.
had one?
I have. I can go get some fried ones down the street.
Yeah, they're good. Are they Wisconsin cheese curds?
I couldn't tell you that, pig. I don't know where they source their cheese, but
California does have a lot of cheese.
we
there.
do have a lot of dairy farms.
Yes,
Lots. Especially
but
around
it's not a real cheese curds unless it's from
Okay.
legit, just right here where I am.
Yes.
If you don't get them from me, from my
From
fridge,
you.
yeah,
I don't know where you're making your cheese curds, but I don't think I want to know.
we don't have any cows on the farm.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
no.
what I was kidding. Poor Al.
the ducks.
Yeah.
Yes,
We're gonna end
so-
on that. On the
Yes.
cheese curds.
Yeah.
I do want to try poutine. I do.
Yeah. I'm willing to give it another shot if I don't mess up.
Another shot. Well, you made it, so it doesn't count. You can't blame
You
it
didn't-
if you made it. Like
I'm not.
it's like
a
I
real
want to try
Canadian.
real authentic
Oh.
Chinese food. I made some last night and it wasn't good.
It was horrible.
I have tried to recreate so many recipes and they just never end up right. Like, oh, I'm gonna go make some chow mein today, and then I get it and it's just all
What is this?
oil.
What did I do?
Yeah, I bought a wok for this.
Oh,
Yeah. All right. I think
All right.
we can go
That's
ahead
about
and wrap
it.
this. We
Oh, wait.
depending on how well this does, we'd love to have you on again, Al.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
thank you so much
Return
for having me
guests
on the
would
first
be
episode.
appreciated.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely
Appreciate
adored having you here. You're such a fun, good, creative guy. If anybody
And-
wants to
and
see
it's
what
so-
Al
it's
does, and
so-
somehow you don't
yeah.
know, this man creates amazing YouTube content, doing Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas, and other interesting and fun, weird, cool things all the time.
Sometimes Photoshop videos.
Photoshop
Cool.
videos are fun. Those are good.
Yep.
Shorts occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah, holiday specials, really good.
Film of cats.
Check
Check that.
cattails.
Watch out.
The occasional dogtail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's one.
You also stream. I don't have your schedule memorized, but you can feel free to.
Friday 7 p.m. Eastern Standard and Saturday 4 p.m. Eastern Standard. Only 2 days.
We'll have links to your YouTube and your Twitch down below, so people can
Thank
go and
you.
check all that
Appreciate
stuff out. Because you should. If you like my stuff, you'll like his a whole lot more.
Thank you, Jack.
So yeah,
It's true.
Oh,
it's true. It's true. He's been doing it a lot longer. Okay.
Longer form.
Also true. Longer form stuff, typically.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the show.
But
We're gonna wrap it right
thank you so
here.
much
Pig,
for having me, guys. I appreciate it. Dak,
absolutely.
Pig, thank you.
Pig, give us the outro.
Oh.
Oh, that's it. I'm gonna cut to
Yeah.
black on that right there.